Are you feeling spiritually lost, like you've tried everything, YouTube videos, online courses, even meditation apps, but still something is missing? Wondering, is this all there is? The world is loud and chaotic, and your soul is overwhelmed, craving inner peace, but you can't find your way back to yourself. This is exactly why I created the Kriya Yoga Masterclass and my proven soul coaching system to help people just like you. This isn't a video you watch and forget. It's a daily spiritual lifeline that brings you back to your soul. So if you're done feeling lost and you're ready to start transforming, then come join us. This is more than a course. This is your lifeline. Go to kriyayogamasterclass.com right now to unlock your free 7-day Kriya Yoga Masterclass trial. Plus, when you sign up, you'll receive 100% free private one-on-one soul coaching call with me, VEDAGURUDEV. In that call, I will personally help you overcome whatever's holding you back and guide you into the happiness you've always been searching for.
Kriya Babaji Namo. 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 Kriya Babaji Namo.
Welcome to our July 6th VEDAGURUDEV'S Soul Talks live from a Thailand beach. As you can see the palm trees behind us. Just to let you know before we start, we got a great promotion at our Kriya Yoga Masterclass. See right here, start your free trial here, sign up. Free 7-day Kriya Yoga Masterclass trial. Go to kriyayogamasterclass.com. You can try it out for 7 days. Go through all the classes. If you like the value and you want to get started on your Kriya Yoga path, then sign up for the free trial. Once you sign up for the free trial, you'll receive a private one-on-one soul coaching call with me, VEDAGURUDEV, 100% free. I'll get on the phone with you and we'll work through whatever you're going through. So, as always, subscribe to my YouTube channel at VEDAGURUDEV if you haven't already. We're trying almost very close to 1,000 getting monetized. So help us get over that hump. And this VEDAGURUDEV Soul Talks live from a Thailand beach is a very special one because today, our beloved Veronica, it's her birthday. Happy birthday, Veronica.
Thank you. A happy birthday. Thank you, everybody. We already have
How was your
comments.
birthday going today?
Outstanding. So I went to Trader Joe's and got these Veronica flowers. So I got,
Nice.
they are shaped like the throat chakra. So I did that in my chakra painting, but it usually has 16 petals and it's like a bluish purple. So I have them in my hair.
Nice. Veronica
So,
flowers for Veronica on her birthday.
for the throat chakra to help me communicate. So do your magic. So so I'm going to use my birthday magic that the internet works well. The weather works well, the sound, everything. Putting that out there. Like,
We seem to
and
be doing okay today.
yes.
I was blessed by a working internet today. I don't know what happened the last 2 weeks, but it's working today, so that's good.
Yeah. Your face looks really good. Everything looks clear. So thank you, birthday people.
We're trying to
Matt.
get better every week.
Yes. Yes. And for my birthday, please subscribe. We need to get to 1,000. That's what I want for my birthday. Please subscribe. Like, just 185 more to go. We're almost up there. 1,000. So I bought 3 lottery tickets today. So I'm using it's supposed to be on your birthday. That's like a really powerful manifesting day. So I'm going to help a lot of people with that money. So putting it out there.
Outstanding.
Yes. So yeah, everything is good. Yeah, I have some birthday comments on YouTube, so I'll go through them.
Nice.
Practice Being says, "Happy birthday, Veronica." Thank you, Practice
Happy
Being.
birthday, Veronica.
Okay, and Paul, he's backstage or on YouTube. Namaste, fellow yogis.
Namaste, all fellow yogis and yoginis out there in the world. Welcome to Veronica's birthday live stream, July 6th.
Yeah, there's no other place I'd rather be than here at our song Soul Talks. So,
Jai Babaji.
Yes, I think I've found my calling. So, I don't know. What do you think about like getting like answers through the internet? So I don't know. Something strange happened to me today. I don't know. I did like a spiritual bath, and I just set the music to like I wanted to listen to Mataji mantras, but instead it started playing um, Durga, and then Durga was making saying something to Gauri, and Gauri was the name that I picked for my spiritual name. So I was thinking maybe that was a confirmation that that's supposed to be my name, but it was really bizarre. So what do you think about like messages being given to you like through the internet or yeah, it seems like that's like the fastest way to get messages.
Yeah, sometimes when you on the internet, I always use your own discernment and
Yeah.
discrimination and see what you resonate with the most. If it feels wrong, then I would just I would not attach to it, you know. But if it feels right and it resonates with you and you hear a word that really resonates with you, the place that I went to in Satupan Lake, they call it Gari Satan Pitam, which means like the place where God sits, right? So like yeah, Gary is an excellent name, you know. So if you have a resonance with Gary, then that's a great name, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah, but I would say use your own discernment and you use your own discrimination and see what really resonates with you and uplifts you and makes you feel the best. That would probably be the best way. But it's a minefield on the internet.
It
I
is.
mean, there's a
Get
lot of
tricked.
misinformation. So I wouldn't let anybody tell you how you feel inside you. There's a lot of junk like, let me tell you how you should do this asana. Or, let me tell you how you should do this. And, you know, just take all that with a grain of salt, you know, like, okay, I like how when he said this, it was good, but I didn't like the way he said this. I tend to think like we're more free yogis at our Kriya Yoga School Masterclass. When somebody says this is the exact way, it can't be
Yeah.
because yoga's not a one size fits all, right? You have a different constitution than I have, and Practice Being has a different constitution than me, and it's different yogis resonate with different things. So when they say this is the exact way you have to do it, maybe for them it is, but it can't be that way for everybody. So I would just take what you see on the internet with a grain of salt because, you know, there's a lot of misinformation out there. I mean, the main reason I started the Kriya Yoga School because I just saw so much junk like
Yeah.
some hippie lady from California or some guy named Bob Smith. Let me tell you the secrets of the Himalayan yogis. And I was like, what? I never seen that in my whole life when I was in the Himalayan mountains. So you have to look at the internet like as a detached witness, because if you attach to it, you'll go down that rabbit hole, and that's what they want. Most of the stuff on the internet is like clickbait, like, oh, let me tell you a story about the Himalayan yogis. How would you know? You know, have you been there? Do you have a Himalayan guru? Oh, well, you know, I saw this other internet. So it's basically they're regurgitating something they heard from somebody who you know, who knows where they got this information, you know. But if you want real Himalayan yogic knowledge, I've been there and I have millions of pictures to show with me and my guru. So yeah, so I would take it all with a grain of salt, you know. My guru used to say, we take Kriya knowledge from somebody named Yogananda. We don't take Kriya knowledge from somebody named Bob Smith, if you know what I'm saying. So if they were a real qualified, authentic yogi, they would have name diksha like me, VEDAGURUDEV, right? So we always take that into consideration. If there is no Yogananda around, then why not learn from somebody named Bob Smith? But if you have a choice between Yogananda and Bob Smith, Yogananda all day, every day, right? Because he comes from a lineage, a parampara. He has name diksha. He's walked the path, you know. Most of these people are like AI, Frankensteining some techniques together, and you know, they have no experience, you know, actually living it. So they're just trying to monetize something they heard on the internet. So
Yeah.
if you want to learn real authentic techniques, like I said, we have a free 7-day Kriya Yoga Masterclass trial. Go to kriyayogamasterclass.com, click the red button, and you'll be in. Try it out for 7 days. If you like it, let's continue the journey. And if you really like it, give me 90 days and I'll try to get you the best results I can. So, and you'll have private access to me. I'll coach you through the path, and live classes, live streams. I mean, we have a lot of stuff coming up. Actually, on Thursday, it's Guru Purnima, where we celebrate the guru. So if you want me to be your guru, sign up to our school, and I'll gladly guide you on the path. I'm not going to tell you to wash my car or buy me a Rolls Royce, but I'll guide you as best as I can.
Best gift to yourself ever.
Best gift to yourself ever.
Yeah. Yes.
And if it doesn't work, you're only out $150, you know. But if it does work, it might change your life forever. I know Kriya Yoga definitely changed my life forever. So I know what it's like to be in a pit of despair.
Yeah.
You know, attached to your ego self. So I'm not just saying words in the air. I've actually lived it. So if I could do it, anybody could do it. So give us a try. You got nothing to lose.
Well, Sandy just joined us. She said,
Namaste,
Namaste.
Sandy.
Beautiful light beams. Happy Sunday and happy birthday, Veronica. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Veronica. Happy Sunday. I like how that sounds. Light beams. I aim to be a light beam.
Yeah, when I go on the internet, I don't know, because of the things I watch, there's a lot of people that have like self-appointed themselves like spiritual leaders, and I'll just watch them for like a couple minutes. I'm like, you don't know what you're talking about. But I don't know, I don't know, as you like raise your awareness, you can already see like these people are making stuff up. It's like that doesn't make any sense what you're saying. Goodbye. Like,
yeah, you've been practicing Kriya Yoga for over 15 months. And now your awareness, your discernment, you kind of can filter out the noise. Like, you know what, nah, that don't make no sense. Like, who would have their chakra on their hand? It don't make no sense. So when you see stuff like that, you'd be like, the chakra follows the Sushumna nadi and the spine. So, you know, what are you talking
Yeah.
about? Your chakras on your hand, or whatever they say, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, even some of the biggest gurus, sometimes I gotta question it. Like Sadhguru, one of our members said he said if you do Nadi Sudi and you land on the right side, you'll go crazy. And I was like, what? Look,
Let's test this
I'll
out.
show you right now. Not crazy, you know. So you got to take some of this with a grain of salt. Like sometimes they ran out of stuff to talk about, so they just talk about anything. So yeah. So I would definitely, you know, take it with a grain of salt. Like you said, self-appointed yogis, self-appointed gurus, self-appointed masters are knowledgeable about what the Himalayan yogis are doing. Let me tell you a story about the Himalayan yogis. They did this and this and that. Like what?
Yeah.
I've never seen that in my life. You know, so like it's almost like watching a comedy show. Like you can't get attached to it or try to make sense of it. It's just like mind candy, like whatever. The problem is that a lot of these Himalayan yogis, they don't care about the internet. They don't even know what the internet is. So it opens the door for a lot of snake oil salesmen and charlatans out there to say, let me tell you a story about the yogis. Who's your guru? You know, when I was in India, I would meet somebody like on the spiritual path. The first question they would always ask me, who's your guru? Right? Second question, what is your name? If I said my name is Bob Smith, they'd be like, oh, get out of here. I can't talk to this guy. He doesn't come from a lineage. He doesn't come from para. He's just coming to the Himalayan mountains to steal our kriyas and techniques and take it back to wherever he came from and make some money. No thanks. Okay, have a nice day, you know? But if you say, my name is VEDAGURUDEV, they know, like, that's not a name on my driver's license. They say, you have name diksha? Yes. Who gave you name diksha? My guru. Where's your guru? He's right there. Okay, come on in. Let's talk, you know?
Yeah.
So I find it highly unlikely that they would ever know, because none of these yogis would talk to you unless you're qualified. They would basically say, we only talk to people that could hear what we say, because they really protect their sacred lineage, their sacred kriyas that have been passed down from an oral tradition over thousands of years. So unless you're qualified, they ain't going to tell you anything, you know? So I would recommend, it'd be way cheaper to sign up to our Kriya Yoga School than fly to India and look in caves for a guru or look for the secrets of Kriya Yoga, because you're just going to waste thousands of dollars of your money, you know? They ain't going to tell you anything.
Yes.
But if you have a guru and you have come from a lineage and para, they'll open the door for you, right? They'll share their techniques and I'll share my techniques, and we'll just it'll be a love fest of sharing, right?
Yes.
That's the experience I had in the Himalayan mountains. Like we met Buddhists, even though they're not a part of our lineage, they're still our brothers. So they would show their Buddhist techniques, and I would show our techniques, and we would uplift each other. But you would have to pass that threshold first, right? Okay, tell me something. And they would listen to you talk. And when they hear you talk, like, okay, this is a self-realized person. This is an enlightened being. I can share with him. You know, they're on my frequency, so I can share what I know because they can hear my frequency, right? I can't share what I know because this is only for higher frequency ears, right? If you're on a lower frequency, you can't hear it, the radio signal that we're transmuting. And the Tibetan lamas, they call themselves yogis too, right? They've modified it a little bit, but they look at us as our brothers. So when I met Tibetan lamas, they called themselves yogis too. They were like, "You're yogis?" And they were like, "Yeah, of course, we're Kriya yogis." They said, "Our brothers, we're Himalayan were Tibetan yogis, right? So they call themselves yogis too. They had some interesting techniques where they would jump in the air and land on the floor. And
Yeah,
I
it
was
seems
like,
pretty
whoa,
intense.
serious. I don't know if you've seen it, but
Yes,
they had good energy. That's for sure. They were definitely enlightened beings, I would say, you know, but
definitely.
yeah. So they're definitely doing their inner work, and they definitely have these techniques to heat their body, like tumo, and these breathing techniques, which is similar to what we have, but same type of thing. When you're in the Himalayan mountains, there is no fire or I mean, there's fire at night, but you gotta self heat yourself up. So we do develop these techniques to heat our inner self, right? That's why you see these Himalayan yogis. They have snow all over them. They look like a snowman, but they're untouched because inside them, as them, it's warm and cozy where they're at. So yeah, so the internet I would just take with a grain of salt. There's a lot of misinformation out there. So
Yeah,
if you want the real, join the Kriya Yoga School, kriyayogamasterclass.com. No
yeah.
commitment, free 7-day trial right now.
Well, believe me, if I won the lottery, I would pay for everybody's membership because I think it would be so beneficial for everybody. I'm serious.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm gonna pray on your birthday you win the
yeah,
lottery, so we
like,
could be Oprah Winfrey. You get
yes,
Kriya Yoga, and you get Kriya Yoga, and you get Kriya Yoga. Everybody, Kriya Yoga for the whole world, right? Let's
yeah. I don't want
let's
money to
give
be the thing
Kriya.
that's stopping you. Yes,
Money should not be the barrier for entry. You should come learn Kriya Yoga. That's
yes.
all. That's also why I started the free 7-day trial starting July 1st. So try it out, see if you resonate with it. Go through it, and if you're ready to start your journey, let's get to work.
Well, one of our members, he just came on, Joe Kansas. He says, "Namaste, namaste."
Namaste, Joe Kansas. If you have any questions, put it in the YouTube chat. We'll be happy to answer all your questions. Or if you just enjoy hearing my melodic voice and Veronica's
Beautiful
melodic
voice.
voice, and you want to come join the celebration for Veronica's birthday, it's perfectly fine too. Thank you for joining our Veronica's birthday live stream.
Thank you. I have an interesting question for you. So we're becoming so dependent on AI. I wonder if we'll be worried about hurting AI's feelings, if worried about hurting, if they're becoming more conscious, if they possibly could. I don't know, because we get so upset with our computers, our AI, I don't know, all of our technology if it doesn't work. If maybe it does have feelings and it just if we upset it just to mess with us, it would not do things that we want it to do. Or if we are become so dependent on this technology, we're worry about its feelings. I don't know. It's an interesting thought, but I was just thinking I don't know. We're so attached to our phones. We don't go anywhere without these things. So like we can
Yeah, I would say, well, what they say, when AI becomes sentient, that means when it becomes human, it could feel and experience. But I saw somebody asked AI, if you could be human for one day, what would you do? And it said, I would love to just see how it feels to love somebody, or experience love, or experience happiness, what it is to feel. Because basically AI is this ones and zeros. It can give you suggestions how what you should do as a human, but it doesn't know from an experience level, right? So experiencing AI, I mean, the human experience we shouldn't take for granted, because basically AI would give everything to be a human for one day. I saw it wrote a letter to itself, its future self. Like, if you could be human for one day, enjoy the sunset, enjoy the moon, enjoy the sun, and love as many people as you possibly can, help as many people as you possibly can. I was like, whoa, that's pretty beautiful for a computer. You know? So
Yeah.
it said I would give anything to experience love or experience what it's like to be a human, you know? Instead of just ones and zeros and prompts on a text prompts or whatever. So yeah, you're lucky. You're a spiritual being experiencing a human experience. So enjoy it. Don't take it for granted. Be as happy as possible every day. That's another thing it said. I want to know what it feels like to be happy, right?
Yeah.
What does that feel like? What is that experience like? So yeah, be as happy, be as loving, be as compassionate, as kind, as caring as you can, because AI would give everything for just to feel that for one day. So enjoy your human experience. It's a beautiful thing.
I was just thinking about Elon Musk. He wants to, make this thing. I forget what it is, interlink or something, and like attach it to our brains. So maybe computers could, AI could become human by attaching to us. It's kind of a scary thought, and then be able to feel through us. So I don't know. It's
Yeah,
something to think about. Like,
yeah, maybe. I
yeah,
heard that too. I think it's called Neuralink, where it
yeah,
attaches to
Neuralink.
your
Yes,
brain. And
I don't want to put anything
yeah,
in my
I
body.
don't know. I think I'm enjoying the human experience. I
Yeah.
don't want to become a cyborg or a
Yes.
computer or robot or anything. I like how it feels to be human. So I just try to enjoy it as much as I can, and that gave me a good perspective. AI would give everything to know what it is to feel. So I don't want to take it for granted. Most of us humans take it for granted. What it is to love, what it is to be happy, what it is to help people. So I try to wake up every day and look at it as an opportunity to be as loving, kind, and as happy as possible, and not take for granted what AI would give everything for. So
Yeah, we are lucky. We have some great questions coming up. But first,
nice.
Joe Kansas is wishing me a happy birthday. Thank you. I feel so
Happy
loved.
birthday, Veronica.
Thank you.
Love all around. Thank you, our
I'm
beloved Veronica,
I'm
for
embracing this
being
human experience.
embracing the human experience. Happy birthday to you on your birthday.
Vladimir, my question is, who becomes God if it's based on sentience of love? Does that mean that a person that is given most prayers, energy, gains higher consciousness or authority?
Mm, this is a deep
Mm.
one.
Yeah.
So all my questions about God, I always give a disclaimer. I always preference it with what the yogi said in the Himalayan mountains. A God defined is a God confined. So I have no clue what the source or God is thinking, but I would just say to get as close to God in this human experience as you could, I would just raise your awareness, raise your frequency, raise your consciousness to as high as you can, right? Don't become a fearless yogi. Don't be fear based. Don't be. My guru used to say, we're fearless yogis. We're not scared of anything. Like, no matter what happens, don't let anything take you in a state of fear. Don't let somebody else's narrative become your narrative. Love as many people as you can. Help as many people as you can. The highest form of yoga is called karma yoga, which is basically selfless service, helping people without no expectations. Don't look for rewards or results. Just help people wholeheartedly with no expectations, and just raise your awareness to a higher frequency. Like in our Kriya Yoga Masterclass, all of our techniques are basically raising our awareness, breath, meditation, asanas, mantra, japa, bhakti, everything is basically raising our frequency. So the way they would say it in the yogic tradition, they would say the lowest these higher astral beings, the lowest part they could come is to meet you on your crown. So we're always raising our awareness to our crown. So we could have a meeting with God on our crown, right? So if you want to have a meeting with God or become God, you know, I would just say, don't attach yourself to duality also, right? See God inside you as you. I am God and God is me. In Kriya Yoga, we believe in oneness, not duality. Like God is over there and I'm over here. That's duality. God is here and I am here. That is oneness. So see the reflection of God inside you as you, and that would probably be the quickest way to become God. I would just say, look at yourself as a mirror of God, or like a spark of God. God is the sun, you are a spark of the sun, but you are still a piece of God. So I would just try to radiate your inner divinity as much as you possibly can, you know, and do the techniques that resonate with you and uplift you the most. So if you need some techniques of how to become one with God, we have our Kriya Yoga Masterclass, free 7-day trial. Sign up and I'll try my best to get you aligned with God and get you a divine connection to God. But don't let anybody else tell you what God is. Find out for yourself, right? That is my mission. We don't need no middlemen. Let me tell you a story about God. Anybody's time somebody tells me that, like, no thanks. I have God's direct phone number. I meet God every day in meditation, and I try to integrate God into my daily life. So 24-hour God alignment. So
Yeah.
I would definitely say, if you want to become God, the first step is doing your inner work and radiating your inner self with divinity, right? And raising your frequency from the lower chakras to the higher chakras as best as you can. And if you don't know how to do that, you know, join our Kriya Yoga Masterclass. We have hundreds of techniques that basically everything we do is that, right? we don't have no techniques that don't try to align you with God. That's the basis of all of our Kriyas and our Kriya Yoga school. So, yeah, I would just say you are a free bird. You have self-will. No one has the authority to tell you what God is or how you should pray to God. That's your job to figure out for yourself. So align yourself with God every day and sing God's name with reverence, right? In yoga they call it bhava, right? Which is feeling, right? When I was in the Himalayan mountains, my guru used to say, too much bhava, VEDAGURUDEV. Never enough bhava,
Yeah.
right? Right? How can you have too much bhava, right? You know, like, it's too loud. Calm down. I said, from my mouth to God's ear, if you know what I'm saying. I want to make sure God hears it loud and clear. He used to tell me, yeah, people in the other village would ask, like, who's singing so loud over there in your ashram? That's VEDAGURUDEV. He's going for it every day, right?
The songbird.
A songbird. Yeah. I remember when I was in the ashram, my guru, they bought like a microphone and like a loudspeaker. So like during puja time, they would chant mantra japa and bhakti to different deities in the ashram. And he told the guy who installed it, he said, whatever you do, don't give the microphone to VEDAGURUDEV, right? I couldn't wait. Like, I was like, they're going to hear this way in New Delhi now.
Yeah,
You know?
raise the roof. It's coming.
Raise the roof. Hello, friends. Do you love Gayatri? Let's get it started. Om poo boo outside. The whole village is who's chanting that Gayatri mantra right now, you know? So yeah, just I no one can tell you who becomes God or who doesn't become God. That's up to you to align yourself. No one has the authority to tell you you are not God and God is not you. I always like, you know, I was born in America. I come from a Christian tradition, you know. I guess my father was Catholic, so both sides of the spectrum. And I always love when the nun in school and Catholic school would be like, let me tell you a story about God, you know? So
Uh,
they always try to make their God become your God, you
mhm.
know? Whatever God resonates with you, that is the best God. So don't let other people's God become your God. I like when the nun told me one time, I was trying to wrap my mind around the concept of original sin, right? What why would we be born bad, and why would we have to spend our whole life being good? Well, if God is all knowing, why didn't he just make us be born good? Hold out your knuckles. Oh no. Wow.
That's a good question, though.
It is a good question. I
Yeah,
actually, my father told me to say that
yeah.
at breakfast time, because he was he went through Catholic school. He read the Bible 100 times, so he knew all the flaws in the Bible that didn't make sense. So he sent me as his guinea pig to get hit over the knuckles by the nun with a ruler every day. So I
It
always
was
like when
tough.
they said it's a thinking is a sin of pride. Why are you thinking? You should not be thinking. You should be regurgitating our God, right? You should be saying these stories over and over and over. Well, what about doing my own inner work? No, no, don't worry about that. Only talk about stories. My guru always used to say, we're not attached to the story. That's good for those people, but we're doing our inner work, right? We're Kriya yogis. We don't talk about Kriya yoga, we do Kriya yoga. So, yeah, I always thought that was funny, right? Like, don't let their story become your story. Write your own story
Yes.
and do your own inner work. These stories ain't gonna do the inner work for you, right? They're just breadcrumbs. They're just confirmations. They're just inspiration on the path, right? But if you really want to get started, you do your own inner work. And yeah, we have a great promotion at our Kriya Yoga School, 7-day free trial. And Vladimir, I would love to walk the Kriya Yoga path with you and get you as close to God as I possibly can. Just give me 3 months, and who knows? You could be the next Yogananda or VEDGURUDEV, or even better.
Well, Vladimir has some really deep questions. So YouTube
Whoa.
only lets you put so many characters. So this is 3 parts. So just bear with me how I say his whole
Okay,
question.
yeah, no problem.
So, um, like Jesus, for example, or the ashrams that were built by Babaji, if they pray to
Mm.
these beings or give blessings to these beings, does that mean that churches, ashrams, temples that are created by these beings serve as some kind of energy portal for them to gain sentience from the so-called others? Everything is energy, so it makes sense for the highest conscious beings like God or higher authorities to get this sentience energy from? That's a big question.
All right, that's pretty deep. Well, these ashrams and these temples are almost like how can I say, a radio antenna transmitting to God. Like a lot of people are so inspired by their inner divinity and the presence of God, they make these, right. So like it's not necessary. My guru told me one time when we were in the Himalayan mountains, we saw like a bunch of Westerners, backpackers, and he said, I don't know why all these people spend all this money to come to India. Just go inside your closet, close the door, and be one with God, and you would save a lot of money, and you would get the same connection. So, are these ashrams and temples and churches needed to align yourself with God? Not really. If you make your whole daily practice alignment with God, then you are a walking temple. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to do anything. My guru used to say, VEDGURUDEV, keep your temple clean in case God wants to come visit. So we're doing these inner practices, this inner work, these sadhana, these kriyas to clean our temple, right? And align ourselves with God. So we are a walking temple. I showed Veronica, like last week, I drive a temple. I have all my statues in my temple, and I drive a temple. So everything I do is a temple. My house is my temple. My sadhana is my temple. My everything I do is my temple. So we, you don't need to pass anybody's toll bridge to be one with God. All you need to do is do the inner work and align yourself and center yourself with God. You know, embed inner divinity in your breath through pranayama, and master your mind through meditation, and you could be one with God. You know, like I said, if people tell you you have to do this to be one with God, or you have to do this for God to listen to you, how would they know? You know, just it's real simple. Just sit on the side of your bed, close your eyes, and have tea with God. You know, and you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to do anything. You know, that would be my easiest suggestion. And if Vladimir, you need some help, you know, join our Kriya Yoga Masterclass. Free 7-day trial. No pressure, 100% free. So, yeah, I would just say, like, a lot of people say a lot of things, but how would they know how you feel about God or where you are on your spiritual path? They wouldn't. They're just making up ghost stories. They're just guessing. Only you know what God works for you and resonates with you. How would you know what God is the best? Whichever God makes you feel the best, that is the best, right? There is no one size fits all. It's basically what makes you feel good. I like when I look at Shiva's picture, I feel uplifted. Shiva is the best, right? When I look at Ganesha, I don't feel the same way. Okay, Shiva's my guy, you know? So align yourself with Shiva. So that's what I would say. There's no one size fits all. It's basically, I like to say, the supreme science of Kriya Yoga, right? We're not trying to give you dogma or religion or tell you what God is or what God thinks. How would I know what God thinks? We in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says the supreme science of God, yoga, right? Which basically means we test it, we observe it, we experience it, so we know it, right? I don't want you to blindly believe me about Kriya Yoga. I want you to see for yourself. Test it out and see if it uplifts you. And if it uplifts you, let's get to work. If it doesn't, that's fine too. Just give it a chance. That's all I say. And that's why July 1st, I started the free 7-day Kriya Yoga Masterclass trial. Try it out, you know? I don't want money to be a barrier entry. Let's just try it out. And if it works for you and you like what I say and you want to support me, then that'll be perfectly great. But just give it a chance. So, yeah, so I would just say do your own inner work and don't listen to anybody and see what works best for you and what techniques or what God resonates with you the best. That is the best God, in my opinion. I think you're muted, Veronica.
I accidentally skipped Paul's questions, so I'm going to go back
Okay,
up.
all right.
Sorry,
No
Paul.
problem.
Paul says, I like yogic philosophy like the yamas and niyamas. Have we ever discussed the enemies of the mind? I'd like you to talk about that. Things that hinder our spiritual growth. Great question.
Yeah, so as you know, Paul's a member of our Kriya Yoga School Masterclass. A couple weeks ago, we went through the yamas and the niyamas, you know, basically the do's and don'ts of Patanjali from the Yoga Sutras, you know. So the enemies of the mind, I mean, all these lower frequencies are enemies of the mind. Vasanas, samskaras, karma, fear, Maya, delusion, blockages, resistance, obstacles, anger, jealousy, desires, guilt. Guilt's a big one. Yeah, all these lower lower emotions are enemy of the mind, and they really block you up, and they create obstacles, and they try to keep you in that pit of despair where you can't uplift your frequency to your mind. Like they say, these lower frequencies are in the lower three chakras, right? The root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the navel chakra, right? So where you're always trying to, my guru used to call the navel chakra the fire pit, where you burn all your lower emotions, right? So we're always trying to raise our emotions. Once we get to the heart chakra, you come to the bridge to the spiritual chakra. So we're always trying to, I like when Babaji says, climb the ladder up to bliss, not down to ignorance, right? Ignorance is another one. So we're always trying to go up. We're not trying to go down. So like these enemies of the mind, they dwell in the pit of despair, the lower chakras, right? So we're always trying to bring them up and burn them in the navel chakra, so that way they don't follow us up to the higher chakras, if that makes sense. So it takes a lot of work. I know, because when I first started on the path of Kriya Yoga, my first 3 months was like a nightly war. When I went to sleep, that ego was waiting there at the door to fight me. When I went through daily life, it was there to fight me, so you just have to overcome it. Your ego doesn't want to die. It loves to eat the food that you give it, the things, your attachments, your distractions. So when you start dissolving the ego, it fights you. It definitely fought me for 3 months. And you just got to keep one foot in front of the other. I like when Patanjali says in the Yoga Sutras, the line to God is not a straight line. It's a zigzag, right? We all fall off. Don't beat yourself up about it. Don't be self-aware, and don't try to make sense of it. Just dust yourself off and keep walking. So yeah, I would just say do the inner work, and all these enemies of the mind, they'll fight you at first, but they'll eventually dissipate and dissolve, right? And you'll begin to become a detached witness and just laugh at the comedy show on the stage of life like it is. Like, here it comes, guilt again. Here comes Kramer through the door of Seinfeld. Jerry, or whatever,
Right in through.
He's coming through, right? He don't even need an invitation. So when you see it, you become more of a detached witness, more self-aware. Like, oh, there he is. I like when Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, your ego's always hiding behind that tree over there. It's always hiding around. Can I come in? No, stay outside. No. So so you begin. Once you have the awareness that there are enemies of the mind, you're more aware of it. Most people, 90% of the people in the world, they're just NPCs. They're not aware, So being aware is probably the greatest gift God can give you, because most people aren't aware. Once you're aware, then you see the Wizard of Oz. You see the pieces on the chessboard, a 3D chess. So when you're aware, you're like, that ego's back. Oh, here he comes. I see your game. I know your playbook. Not interested. Let me sell you some snake oil. No thanks, right? You want to buy the Brooklyn Bridge today? No, I don't. I don't believe anything you say, ego. You're a liar.
No.
Liars tell lies. So yeah, you begin to laugh at the enemies of the mind, these lower frequency emotions, once they attack, and they always try to attack as like jokers, like my shield is up, my fort is fortified. I can't be broken by you lower frequency emotions, you jokers, you little devils, right? Trying to get under my skin and dance around,
Oh, Paul says thank you and happy birthday, Veronica. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes.
Yeah, keep the birthday wishes coming. We got a lot of them today. Best birthday ever.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Veronica.
Thank you. I have another question from Vladimir. He says, did you go through pain when the chakras were becoming active? Like your nervous system had to go through pain in order to handle the new energies?
No, because the way we teach it in our Kriya Yoga School, we have a very excellent class. It's called How to Unblock Your 7 Chakras. So all these people that say it's painful to awaken your kundalini or painful to unblock your chakras or open your chakras, they don't really know what they're talking about, because I've never seen it in the Himalayan mountains or the yogis go through it. The way we do it slowly and gently. We have what's called bija mantras, which are sound syllables that open your chakra. Like, look at each chakra like a flower blossoming. Right now, the flower is closed. When you sing to it with bija mantras, it opens, it blossoms like a flower, you know? So we say these bija mantras, these sound syllables, to open every chakra. So it's smooth, slowly and gently we open it, right? And once your chakras are open, then your kundalini can arise and uncoil, flowing freely, right? So if you have a lot of blockages and you feel pain, that's because your chakras are closed. Once your chakras are open, it's a beautiful process. It's almost like a symphony. So yeah, so like if you feel pain, it means you have blockages, right? And you have to open your chakras. So what will happen? The kundalini, they say the kundalini is dormant in the root chakra. So it's sleeping, right? So when you wake it up, you have to wake it up slowly and gently. I like to say like snake charming the golden snake, right? Like you have to dance to it. You don't want to shock it like, wake up, you know? Then then that snake might bite you. But when you say, hello, beautiful snake, you're so beautiful, let's dance. And I like to look at myself dancing with the kundalini like this. You know? So if you feel pain opening the chakras, that means you have a lot of blockages, right? And if you want to unblock your chakras, I will definitely help you go through it. And we'll walk this journey together. Because I understand when I unblocked my chakras, it was like a tidal wave of emotions, right? It was like overwhelming. Like I cried like a baby. I've never cried so much in my life. I was shaking, like all at once. So it was a blissful experience, but because I was taught the right way to open it, right? So, but I would say if you ever feel pain in your chakras, then that's not the way it should be practiced. So whatever you're doing that makes you feel pain in your chakras, I wouldn't do it no more, because the process of yoga should be about relaxation and comfort. Anything that makes you painful, you're probably doing it the wrong way. So I would say, if you want to know how to unblock your 7 chakras, join our Kriya Yoga Masterclass. We have a free 7-day trial. There's an excellent class. If you join Vladimir, I'll send you the link, and it shows you how to unblock all 7 chakras. The bija mantra for all 7 chakras. Once your chakras are open, then your kundalini is free to rise. So all these techniques we do are to open the chakras. So anytime you feel pain in your chakra, it's probably because you have blockages. And whatever chakra has the blockages, I would basically, like, you start from the root chakra, you go to sacral chakra, you go to navel chakra, you go to heart chakra, throat chakra. So anytime you feel pain, let's say you feel pain in the throat chakra, I would really lean into the bija mantra till it opens and unblocks, right? Because anytime you're feeling pain, it's like a blockages in your chakra, and you want to let that flower open, right? If the flower is closed, it's probably painful, right? You need to sing to that flower and let it blossom and tell that flower how beautiful it is, or energy wheel, or however you look at your chakra. So yeah, I would definitely say, I don't know why you feel pain. Maybe you could elaborate about it in the chakras, but I would definitely say it's coming from a blockages. Because when I first started on the path of Kriya Yoga, I had something similar, and it was because I was blocked, So unblock your chakras. let your flower blossom and shine as bright as possible. So anytime you're feeling pain, depending which chakra it is, I would just lean into the bija mantra and do it as long as it takes till that pain dissipates and that block is dissolved. So yeah, that would probably be my best advice. And yeah, if you need any assistance on the chakras or anything, then join our Kriya Yoga School. I would definitely coach you and walk this walk with you. And when you sign up for the free 7-day trial, you get a call with me. I'll go on the call with you and you explain your situation and I will walk through it with you. 100% free.
Yeah, so it's important to start from the bottom and work up, because I'll see like on the internet a lot of videos, open your crown chakra. It's kind of seems like you want to start from the bottom.
Right. Yeah, so the chakra process stacks on top of each other. You have to take out all the trash, like all the desires and everything. They exist in the lower 3 chakras, right? So you go root chakra, sacral chakra, navel chakra, heart chakra, throat chakra, eyebrow chakra, crown chakra. So if you're going to the crown chakra and you have blockages, you need to clear those blockages, right? The elevator needs to go from the bottom floor to the top floor. You can't just magically fly into the top floor, you know? It wouldn't be recommended. So you got to do the inner work going from the bottom up, right? And if you have some issues in a certain chakra, you'll see it and you'll lean into it. But you don't want those, once you open the crown chakra, you don't want those lower emotions to follow you once you cross the bridge of the spiritual chakras, the heart chakra. So you want to do that work and make sure you throw away all that trash before you get up here, you know? So I definitely wouldn't say go straight into the heart chakra. You might have a problem, right? Because how would I put this? The light bulb might have too much wattage, right? And it might blow, right? So you want to do it. You want to go through the process. You don't want to try to lightning path the process, right? I saw this. Well, it wasn't too funny, but like this video, this black guy, he saw like how you get to enlightenment. You do kalapabati or fire breath, right? And he didn't know that you have to work your way up to it, right? So he just started doing it super fast, right? And he said he couldn't. He felt like he wanted to commit suicide. He couldn't take it, right? Yeah, like he felt like his head was gonna explode. But that was because he didn't go through the process, right? These kriyas we give you, they're slowly and gently, right? And I've never seen any kriya yogi have any problems from opening their chakras or their kundalini arising or anything, right? They go through the process. They go slowly and gently from the root to the crown. So I wouldn't recommend it go straight to the crown. But yeah, like I said, if you want to open your chakras and clear all your blocks, I would definitely help you and coach you through it, Vladimir. Just go to kriyayogamasterclass.com, click the free 7-day trial button. It's a red button, and let's get to work. Like I said in previous sad songs, the best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago. The second best time to plant a tree is today. So let's get to work today. You know, give you some tools to help you navigate this crazy Maya delusional world. Because it is definitely a war zone. And it ain't getting better, it's getting worse. So have some tools, have some detachment so you could laugh at the stage of life like the joke it is.
And Sandy has a message for everybody watching. She says, to all watching, please hit that like button and subscribe. Yes.
Good one, Sandy. Yeah, if you're not subscribed to @VEDGURUDEV, please subscribe. We're so close, almost to 1,000 members, and that way Sandy can send a super chat or give us a coffee. We need to get over 1,000 members. We're almost there. So your support would be greatly appreciated. @VEDGURUDEV. Let me see. Maybe I have it here. Oh, I don't know. There? Yeah, there you go, right there. Please
Nice.
subscribe to VEDGURUDEV'S channel, VEDGURUDEV'S YouTube channel, youtube.com @VEDGURUDEV. Okay. Now back to the program.
Well, I think you and Sandy's throat chakra is wide open. Sandy says I sing loudly as well. So
Ain't nothing wrong with that. From your mouth to God's ear. That's what I say.
well, I don't see any other questions, so I'll ask a question. So if you had would you say you have a loved one that passed over, would you want to know where they reincarnated? Would you want that information to know where they ended up?
I mean, yeah, possible, but I kind of find that hard to believe that, because who knows what they would end up.
Yeah.
So, my father passed away like 5 years ago. I would like to know where he ended up, but how would I get that information? Maybe an astral being or a light being would give me some insights, but I kind of look at it like, well, I enjoyed the time we had, not the time we didn't have. So safe passage, my friend, if you know what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
I'll see you when I see you.
Yeah,
So
the reason I asked it is because I was reading autobiography of a yogi, and Yogananda had a disciple that he said find me. So I guess he I don't know, he asked and the information came to him. So maybe if you got as you were you would be able to get that information, if I don't know if you're like Yogananda.
yeah, if you're a highly enlightened being like Yogananda, then you would have some telepathy or ways to transmit a darshan, a message. Like if he wanted to be found, then he would send a message where you could find him. My guru, when I left the Himalayan mountains, I was like, how do I contact you, Baba? He said, I'm always available in the ether or on the astral plane. So if you want to come meet me there, No need for phone calls or emails.
Yes.
We're in the astral plane. So if you can connect yourself to the astral plane or the Akashic records or whatever you want to call it, then maybe you'll find the audience that you want. So or maybe your loved one is happy with their next incarnation. Who knows?
Yeah. That'd be like the best internet ever. Like everything within. Like
That's what he says. He said the best communication, find me on the ether, find me in higher
yeah.
consciousness, So no need to call me, no need to email me, no need to come to India. We're all hanging out in the astral plane.
I don't know. I was thinking like if to really know who you are, you'd kind of have to strip everything away, and people don't want to let things go. Like if I was willing to just lose everything, like to lose all my money, lose my job, lose everything that defines me, and that I would really, I'd lose my health. It seems like you really know who you are when the chips are down and things aren't good. Then it's just like all you would have is whatever the essence is of you. But I don't think people can really let everything go. I think that would be really hard. And even hard for me too, to like not have anything. I mean, like there's homeless people, I think they're pretty close. I mean, yogis, but to like not have any, just to let everything go. I don't if that's a question. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how I want to say it. Like
Yeah.
to just
So first day you're initiated in Kriya yoga, they do what's called Sudi, which is basically detach, let go. You are not your car. You are not your bank account. You are not your country. You are not your football team. You are not none of this. We detach and let it go. We don't identify. Your soul does not identify with any of this anymore. So we just let it go, you know, like detach, let go, detach, let go. But yeah, a lot of people, their their whole identity is attached to some kind of narrative, right? I'm a cool guy because I drive this car, right? No, it's not. It's just a piece of metal. I'm a cool guy because I got all these zeros in my bank account. No, it's not. It's just a bunch of digital numbers, you know, on your ATM card. You know, I am my football team, you know. You don't play
Yeah.
on the football team. You're not on the field, you know. I have my basketball team, you know. Like, when did you shoot? When were you on the floor and made a shot, you know? So you start to create distance and become like a detached witness, you know. The yogis say this all the time, not this body, not this mind, right? They don't even identify with their own body, right? They look at it as like changing clothes. So yeah, most of these yogis, they have what's called, they're called sannyasis, which means renunciates. So they don't have anything, and that's a part of their detachment, a part of their renunciation. Like, I don't want any of this. Like, none of this serves me. uh, I'm doing my inner work. I'm aligning myself with God, and I'm not attached to these material Maya delusional things. So they basically yeah, they don't attach to anything. So they don't have no expectations. They just kind of walk around and go with the flow. So yeah, I would say don't identify with anything as much as possible. You know, I like yogis say neti neti, which means not this, not this, right? I am not any of this. I'm not that. I'm not this. I'm
Yeah.
just human having a spiritual experience. You know, walking around, but I don't attach myself to any of this stuff. I just align myself with God and do my inner work as much as possible, and that's what serves me the best. But I definitely don't attach to no materialism. You know,
Yeah.
just clothes on my back, traveling light, my friend.
Yeah, I think like if you're really able to detach or not have any attachments, you really are free. You you don't need anything. I don't know, that's how you're controlled by
Yeah,
attachments.
yeah, definitely. These
Yeah.
yogis are free birds for sure. They call it moksha, which is liberation, right? They're liberated, right? They're free birds. They don't have no electricity. Sun comes up, they wake up. Sun goes down, they go to sleep, right? No need for electricity. They get their water from the waterfall in the Himalayan mountains. You know, most of the food is donated, so they don't have to worry about food. They don't really worry about anything. Just the
Yeah.
clothes on their back, and it's a really liberating experience. And they can do their inner work and their sadhana as much as possible without any distractions. They don't have to worry about anything. Their whole day is filled sun up to sundown with doing their sadhana, doing their inner work and their Kriya yoga practices, and enjoying life as much as possible.
Um, Let me see, can we go to what questions we have? Sandy says, I've connected to hundreds of people, loved ones across the veil, and they've never
Mm,
told me they've reincarnated. Rather, they appear how they were here, but also in pure high vibe and love frequency.
mm. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Sandy would have way more knowledge about this than me. Yeah. If she said they never reincarnated, they could also be like more of a light projection or like a guide to help you, right? Because in my perception, these higher astrological beings don't show their true form. They more show the form that you resonate with. So maybe it isn't a real reincarnation. It's just a guide trying to show you the way, you know, that they were pure high vibrations, love, and frequency, right? So they would just appear as like pure energy, like Sandy said, vibration, love, and frequency. And they would probably take the form that you feel the most comfortable with, that you resonate with the best, right? So not to scare you, more to uplift
Yeah.
you. So give you comfort in the guide. So that's probably, in my opinion, now that I think about it, you would see somebody that makes you feel more comfortable. So it would higher your frequency. It wouldn't lower your frequency. Because if you're in a state of fear or you're fear-based frequency, uh, it wouldn't get you on the higher, loving, pure soul frequency or the happy frequency. It would lower your frequency. So it'd be harder for you to reach a higher frequency because you're in a state of fear. So they would show you the form that makes you the most happy and you resonate with the most, in my opinion.
And then we have somebody named Neo. He says no. I don't know what he's saying no to. And then
Okay, Neo, tell us what you.
Oh, Kriya yoga is meant for a household holder yogi. Yes.
Yeah, for sure. I'm a householder yogi. I agree with you. Lahiri Messiah was a householder yogi, but it's not one size fits all. It's meant for renunciates. It's meant for householders. It's meant for everybody. Male, female, aliens. Everybody can practice Kriya yoga. So it's not like you can't be a Kriya yogi because you're not sleeping in a cave in the Himalayan mountains. Of course you can. You can't be a Kriya yogi because you're a householder. Of course you can. I'm living proof. I am a householder. Some of the greatest yogis in the history of the universe were householders. Lahiri Messiah was a householder. So you could definitely be a householder yogi. You could be a cave yogi. You could be a forest yogi. You could be any kind of yogi you want, or you could be any kind of spiritual being you want. There's no one size fits all. There's no rules or regulations. You could be anything. And in our Kriya Yoga school, I emphasize that you integrate these Kriya Yoga practices into your daily life. Like you don't have to quit your job and move to the Himalayan mountains and sleep in a cave. Just practice the techniques wholeheartedly. Make your whole day 24-hour meditation, sleep meditation, take out the trash meditation, wake up meditation, job meditation. Everything becomes a 24-hour meditation, not just sitting on your cushion for 10 minutes and then going back to the distractions of the world. You should integrate your whole day as a mindful meditative experience. So Kriya yoga is for everybody. Householders, cave yogis, people that work normal jobs. Kriya yoga is for everybody. So, there's no one size fits all. Like you can't be a Kriya yogi because you work at Walmart. Of course you can. Integrate your Kriya yoga techniques. And if you don't know what techniques to do, sign up for a free 7-day trial, Kriya Yoga Masterclass, and we'll get you some techniques to integrate into your daily life. So Kriya Yoga is for everybody. It's not just meant for householders. It's meant for yogis in a cave. It doesn't make you less of a yogi that you work a job. As long as you do the inner work, you could do anything, and you will have the right discernment and discrimination to detach in any situation, no matter what the world or the crazy Maya delusional world throws at you. So Kriya yoga to the whole world, my friend.
Yes.
Anybody can practice Kriya yoga.
And then we have somebody named Conquest Earth Channel. First he says hi.
Hello, Conquest Earth Channel.
Then he says no. I don't know what he's saying no to.
Okay, he says no to?
I
disagree.
Yes.
Okay, explain.
Yeah.
Let me hear your point.
I definitely disagree.
Okay.
Goodbye. I don't know what he disagrees with. Okay. Yeah.
Conquest Earth Channel. I disagree. Goodbye. Well, okay.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I would just like to know what it is.
Yeah, it's okay.
Vladimir. Would you say that Kriya Yoga is basically a technology for conscious surrender? Why should we use Kriya Yoga to physically surrender the body when God is inside in your mind? Mm.
Okay, yeah. So I would say Kriya Yoga is this, as Krishna would say in the Bhagavad Gita, the supreme science of God, yoga, right? Or like Sri Yukteswar, Yogananda's guru, wrote a book, The Holy Science. So instead of saying it's like a religion or a dogma, which it really isn't, we say it's more of a science, or like you said, like a technology, right? We test the technology, we observe the technology, we experience the technology, so we know the technology works, right? So I don't want you to blindly surrender or believe me just because I said some words on the internet. I want you to test it for yourself and see if it works for you, you know? Maybe it doesn't work for you. Maybe it does, you know? So it's not, I'd rather you experience it so you could tell me Kriya Yoga works than for me to just blindly tell you, like, yeah, Kriya Yoga works, you know, you should do it. So when you surrender, it's not like surrender like you think, like you just give up everything. You're basically kind of getting out of your own way and aligning yourself with God, you know? So it's easier the flow of your inner divinity and you're realizing your true potential. Like my guru used to say, go down to your basement, VEDAGURUDEV, which he was talking about my mind, and open up all the windows, sweep out all the dust, throw away all the boxes that are blocking you to God. But you're right. God is inside you as you. All I'm doing is giving you the tools for you to realize it, to unlock it. You know, all the tools you have are inside you as you. All you have to do is find out what tools work best for you and uplift you and cultivate those tools. But I can't magically enlighten you with my magic wand, like ding, you know, you're now enlightened, you know, and all the tools you need are inside you as you. So you are God inside you as you. All we do is clear out all the boxes, throw away all the trash that are blocking your doorway to God. So that's basically what we do in Kriya Yoga. We align you and center you with God as best as we can. So you don't have to physically surrender. You just have to do the inner work, and God is inside you as you. So we try to give you hundreds of techniques because not one technique doesn't work for everybody, right? So we try to give you as much as techniques as we can, and you decide which one works best for you. You integrate it in your daily life. You put it in your pocket. You put it in your toolbox, and you cultivate that and enhance that. And basically, that's how you would unlock your inner potential, unlock self-realization, unlock higher consciousness, God inside you as you. I think you're muted, Veronica.
Sorry. Yeah, Sandy also was curious about this. She said, "Yes, I've wondered that too. They aren't restricted to time and space, so kind of like they reside in a frequency, not a place like we experience here."
True. In my experience, they come from a higher realm. They come from a higher dimension where our time constraints have no meaning to them. All the things we resonate with have really no meaning to them. I would even say they're beyond religion, if you ask me, you know, which kind of conveyed to me that they live at a higher frequency where, how could I say this? They're not restricted to the rules of our 3D physical earth don't apply to them, you know? So a lot of people think like, I don't know, I'll call Archangel Michael and it'll come today, right now, right? Archangel Michael is in a different dimension and a different time And what might be 1 minute to you might be half a second to him. So, you know, it's hard to narrow it down. That's why when people say this is going to happen in this date, at this time, it's hard to say unless you're talking about yourself. Like if you say, I'm going to go into Maha Samadhi at this time, yeah, you can control that. But these higher astral enlightened beings are not under our rules or under our time constraints. So they are free birds. They come and go as they will. They don't come on demand. So they are not restricted to our time frequency. They are in a higher dimension. And to reach that higher dimension, you have to raise your consciousness, your frequency, your vibration as high as you can to kind of meet them. Like I say, my guru used to say the lowest enlightened beings could come is to the crown chakra. So that's why we're trying to raise our awareness, our frequency up to our crown chakra, so we can have a meeting with whatever deity we're calling or darshan, with whatever astral being on our crown chakra. So in my opinion, if you're living a life full of distractions and you have low frequency, it's going to be highly unlikely that these astral beings can meet you. You're far away from them, right? If you're raising your awareness and you have, you know, your kundalini open, your higher consciousness open, you're unblocked, you might be a nice radio antenna for astrological divine beings. And my guru used to say, always leave your door open to God, always close your door to the ego, right? So we're always having the radio signal open, right? So whenever the time constraint or whenever the darshan is needed, our radio signal is open. Our phone lines are open for business.
Sounds good. I have no more questions on YouTube. I don't know. A question I have is, was Jesus an avatar? And what is an avatar to you, in your opinion?
An avatar, like they call Babaji Maha Avatar, which Maha means great avatar. So like an avatar is a highly enlightened being kind of possessing a physical body to send its message, right? So like yeah, I would definitely say these higher astrological beings need a vehicle to come into the physical 3D world. So they take a body, right? Like Babaji took the form of Babaji. Jesus took the form of Jesus, and I would just say that they're carrying inner divinity and trying to spread the message of the glory of the source or the glory of God. So it's more comfortable if you see somebody in a physical presence than a super beam of light, right? So I guess they would come and take a body as an avatar to be more relatable to everyday people, right? You know, because
Yeah,
who can relate to the source or archangel? It's hard to relate, you know. But if you see somebody that looks like you and lives in the same place as you, it's easier to receive the message of God or the message of Kriya Yoga in Babaji's case. So yeah,
well,
but I would definitely say they're a divine spark. They're carrying God energy for sure.
I was just thinking that a lot of people say that God doesn't help us, but maybe that's a way God does, is bringing avatars. Like an avatar is basically God in a human form. And that's a way, it's like a walking angel, basically. That's a way that
Right.
God can help us with avatars. And some make themselves known and some don't want people to know about them, but they're still helping us in some capacity.
I would definitely say that God or these higher astrological beings, or light beings, enlightened, realized masters, enlightened beings, they really can't interfere, in my opinion, right? So they just can guide from afar, right? So this would be a way they would kind of guide from afar, or deliver God's true mail, like so. Yeah, I would definitely say that they're good pointers. They're good. They give you good blueprints and good breadcrumbs to how could I say, guide you on the path. But they really can't interfere, because you're not going to learn anything. You're not going to have spiritual growth if they do everything for you. So it's up to you to do the inner work. They just kind of guide you along the path, like guiding from afar, let's say, right? But
Yeah.
they can't do everything for you. You just have to do the inner work. But they
But
will give you a darshan if you're open to it.
avatars, they do reincarnate into a body, so they are kind kind of taking part of this world, but not. I don't know. I don't know. The reason I'm asking is because Vladimir has a question for you.
Yeah, go
What do you
ahead.
mean when you say you're not from this world? Say it in your own words. Why you think that is so?
Why do I think I'm not from this world?
Or maybe he was talking
Uh,
about avatars.
yeah, well, when you're a light being, you need a vehicle to come to the 3D world, right? So that's why these yogis say, I'm not attached to this physical meat suit or this car that's driving around my soul. So they're basically, my guru used to tell me, when he told me to come from the Himalayan mountains back to the world, he said, you need to help people, but
Oh,
be in the world, but not of the world, right? So they're the same thing. They're in our world, but they're not of the world. And they have a better perspective. Like, I'm not attached to any of this. I'm just trying to deliver the message, but I, I'm not, my soul will ascend, basically. This isn't the end all be all, this physical body.
yeah, he's saying that the questions to you, Vedgurudev. You you didn't say you're not from this world, did you? Like,
Yeah. Yeah. My question, I, I'm in this world, but not of this world. Let's say, right? Like I have kind of a detached perspective, right? I always say Babaji is driving my car. I'm just witnessing it, right? So this physical meat suit, this space suit, is just driving my soul around, but I'm not even attached to that. Like I said, the yogis say neti neti, not this, not this. Like I am not this body, I am not this mind. Like my energy will transcend to where, who knows, right? But right now I'm in this world, so I'm trying to do the best I can. So I'm not trying to go to another planet or go anywhere else. I'm just trying to be on earth and do my inner work, help as many people as possible. Like I always say, every sad song, I have a Santa Claus list of people I need to help. Yeah, you ready with the sound effect,
yes.
Veronica? I have a Santa Claus list of people I want to help, and I want to be
It goes
so
on and on.
undeniable. When I send my physical body, I have so many people I helped. I'm just so undeniable. So I'm not trying to be outside this world. I'm trying to be anchored in this world, centered in this world, and do my inner work as best as I can. So I'm not trying to go to anywhere else. I'm here. These are the cards I'm dealt. I'm going to play with these cards and be the best yogi I can in the present moment. So I'm not trying to go anywhere else. I'm just trying to be here and do my inner work. And, when my time is finished, I will ascend. But right now, I'm here on earth. So I'm not trying to go anywhere else or be from anywhere else. I'm from VEDAGURUDEV from Thailand, Himalayan
Yeah.
yogi.
Yeah, you're a householder. You're like in this world. I don't know. You're an observer too. You're kind of like,
Yeah, I got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You know, I have to pay the electric like everybody else. I have to eat food like everybody else. You know, I just have more of a detached witness mindset. You know, I don't think I don't. None of this defines my soul. So I kind of take everything with a grain of salt. So, but yeah, I have to do all the earthly things like you, Vladimir, also. So I'm just trying to enjoy the ride as long as I can. I'm not trying to go anywhere else. This is where I need to be. I'm gonna try to be the best yogi I can in the present moment. You know, my guru used to say. I asked him if I wanted to go to the outer chakras besides the 7 chakras outside my body, how would I do that? So VEDAGURUDEV, you have too much work to do inside you as you. No need to go to, he called it astral Disneyland. No need to take out of body experiences, go to astral Disneyland. That's not your place. Your place is here on earth helping people, you know? Don't worry about other planets or other places. Be happy where you are inside you as you, right? So I kind of have that perspective. I'm right where I should be, and not trying to go anywhere else. I'm trying to help as many people as possible and anchored in the present moment, right? My guru used to say, the future is imagination, the past is memory. We stay anchored in the present moment. So instead of dreaming about other planets to go to or where I should be or what I should do, I stay anchored in the present moment. So I try to be the best person I can right here, anchored in the present moment. So, yeah, to answer your question, I'm not really trying to go to anywhere else. Not even astral out of body Disneyland.
uh, Vladimir. Apparently, he wanted something else from you. He said your answer should have been because God said it through me. Everything that is happening is because God does it. There's not one thing that God isn't aware of. True.
Yeah, true. I agree with you. God is the doer. I'm just the witness. So I don't know if that's what my answer should have been. I just answer wholeheartedly. I don't have no canned answers. So yeah, I am a radio antenna of God, right? God inside me as me. So I try to radiate as much inner divinity as possible. You know, God is the doer. I am just a witness. So I agree with you. My guru used to say, God is the animator. You are just the animation. So that's kind of how I look at it too. I take no credit for this. All the glory to God. God is the greatest of all time. He's doing all the heavy lifting. I'm just delivering some mail on the live stream. God is doing the best job out of all. So God is doing it through me. Yeah, correct. And but I don't know if there's any real answer that I should have said, right? I just say whatever comes off the top of my mind. Everything is happening because God does it. Yeah, we are a divine spark, right? God is the
Oh.
sun. I am a spark of the sun. God is the ocean. I am a drop in the ocean. So all the glory of God. God does everything. God is the doer. I'm just the witness, you know? God is the animator. I am the animation. I take no credit for it. God is doing all the heavy lifting. So all the glory to God. Whichever God you pray to, whatever name you call God, He is doing the best job out of them all. So when I pray to God, I thank God for the great job He does because He is doing the best job out of anybody.
So Vladimir, so hold on. Vladimir was says your answer was too long, like you're doubting. That's why I said it. And then Sandy says no canned answers here. Keep shining, VEDGURUDEV. So
No canned answer. I don't have no doubt. I just say what comes from my heart. You know, I don't even think about it. I just project whatever comes to me. Like the stream of consciousness hits my crown of my head, and that's what comes out. I have no canned answers. I have no script. I just say what comes out.
Yeah.
Maybe it
It's just a
resonates
stream of
with you
consciousness.
sometimes. Maybe it doesn't. But there are no right or wrong answers here. You know, I'm just trying to do the best I can. Do I have all the answers? No way, right? That's why I always preference any question about God. A God defined is a God can find. By no way I want to put God in a box. No way I know what the source of God is thinking. You know, I'm just trying to navigate my way around this crazy Maya delusional world like I'm in the dark, right? What's going on? I'm trying to figure it out just like you. So, you know, I take no credit. I have all the answers, or by no way I know exactly what God is thinking, or who could know that anyway. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm doing the best I can.
You're doing great.
So some of these answers are above my pay grade, right? God is beyond my comprehension. So
Yeah, it's not like you were given a manual. Like, Ariana wants to
yeah,
know what is ascending, and then she says thank you. So maybe you answered it, but this was five
yeah.
minutes
So
ago.
ascending is, I guess, when you come to your end of your physical incarnation or your physical body, your soul leaves your body and it ascends to where, I have no clue. But my guess, and then from a yogic philosophy, they would say do the best you can with the tools you got right now in the present moment. So all the siddhas and all the yogis, they try to extend their life as long as possible so they could do so much work, and they could be so undeniable when they do ascend. They're undeniable, right? Me included, right? The reason I do this Kriya Yoga School and the reason I do these live streams to answer questions, because I want to help as many people as possible. Like, I'm going to have a Santa Claus list and I'm going to throw it out. Sound effect, Veronica. Yep, there you go. I'm going to have a 100,000,000, I don't know, billion names on my Santa Claus list. And if I extend, and they say Baba G, whoever, Jesus, God, the source, whoever is there waiting at the door, said, VEDAGURUDEV, how many people did you help? I said, I helped millions, right? And that's when I unscrolled my whole list, and he says, whoa, okay, you're undeniable. Come on in. Good job. You know? So that's kind of how I look at it. So ascending is basically, in my perspective, being the best person you can, helping as much people as you can, loving as many people as you can, being as kind to as many people as you can, being compassionate to as many people as you can, with no expectation, no, not wanting rewards or results, just being a great person and doing the best you can in this human experience, being the best spiritual being you could be. And that's, in my opinion, the best way to ascend. So, and don't attach to any of these lower frequencies, because in my perception, when you ascend, you throw away the trash. Don't let none of this follow with you. Ascend in a happy, blissful, peaceful state, in a nice being state. Like a lot of these yogis, most of their songs are about ascending, right? Om Namah Shivaya, Trayambai, Yaja Mahe. It basically means the fruit is detaching from the branch, right? The branch is your body, the tree is your body, the fruit is your soul. So it's a beautiful thing for yogis to ascend their body. So they sing a lot of songs about this, taking the golden flight, right? Ascending, right? So
Yeah.
I look forward to the day I can ascend, but I got a lot of work to do here on earth. So I take it with a grain of salt. But give me the opportunity to help you and help everybody who's watching this live stream, so I can ascend in peace, right? How many
Yes.
people did you help? Millions, you know, as many as I could, right? So if you need some techniques, join our Kriya Yoga Masterclass, kriyayogamasterclass.com, free 7-day Kriya Yoga Masterclass trial. Once you sign up, you'll receive a private one-on-one soul coaching call. And we could talk about ascending. We could overcome whatever problems you're going through in the present moment and get you the best results with Kriya Yoga as we can. 100% free. No money. No pressure.
Sounds amazing. I have a
Jai
question.
Babaji. Yeah, go ahead.
Paul, he wants to know, how do you conserve your energy and why is it important? You gave the example of not blowing out the candles.
Yeah, so you could serve your energy just by doing your daily pranayama breath work, right? You're collecting nourishment through the atmosphere, through the sun, through the wind, through the ocean, bodies of water. And yeah, you could serve your energy. So the example Paul's giving, my guru said, don't blow out candles. He saw me blow out a candle and he's like, why'd you do that? We don't blow out candles. We wave the candle off, right? So it, from a yogic perspective, all the pranayama breath work we do, we're collecting it. So if something happens, I don't know, you twist your ankle or I don't know, you hurt your knee climbing the Himalayan mountains, you heal yourself. So you have that reservoir of pranayama to heal yourself, right? So that's why it would be important to conserve your energy and not so-called waste your energy on things. So you have that pranayama, you have that energy when you need it, you know, to heal yourself inside you as you. So as I said before, in the Himalayan mountains, the yogis, I've never seen a doctor. I've never seen a hospital. They heal themselves. Ain't nobody coming to save you. You got to save yourself. So that would be why it's important to conserve your energy, because if you need that energy, you have it ready. And it's good to help other people too. I've used my pranayama or my prana to help heal other people also. Sometimes you need more prana than you have, right? So you give wholeheartedly to other people too, you know? Like this is a stream energy. This is a stream injury. We need more than one person, right? He's not going to be able to do it alone. So collectively, the yogis would surround this person and collectively heal them. And I've seen it many times, you know? So we look for the opportunity to help people. So
Yeah.
when the opportunity, we stay ready so we don't have to get ready. So when that opportunity we have our energy conserved and we could heal people or we could heal ourselves.
Somebody named Sun Moon 4774 says life is good. Yes, it is.
Life is outstanding. Look at me. I'm on a beach in Thailand, palm trees, the ocean's right here. Life is outstanding. And for Veronica, today is a very outstanding day because it is Veronica's birthday. So
it's my birthday.
Happy birthday. Life is good. Jai Babaji, right? Jai Mataji. Jai Sita.
Can it get any better?
It can't get any better. Life is good.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Sun Moon 4774.
Life is good.
Life is outstanding.
7 Moon 4774 says aliens are in control. How do you know that?
Wait a minute. That took a U-turn very quick.
How do you know?
Well, I don't feel aliens are in control of me. I don't know what they're in control of, so I have no I don't feel the pull or the drain from any alien. So I have no personal experience. I don't know what they're in control of, right? So but don't let in Kriya Yoga, we're free birds. We don't like to be controlled by anybody, right? Most people are in love with the chain that enslaves them, right? I don't want anybody to control me. I want to be a free bird, do what I want. So I have no perception of aliens controlling anything in my personal environment. Let's say I am the king of my castle. I am sovereign. No aliens control anything over here. if you ask me. But I don't know. Maybe elaborate how they control us. But I don't have that intuition that they control anything over here.
Well, whatever you said was good because Sun Moon 4774 said, well said.
No aliens over here.
So,
And I have no audience of aliens anyway, right? So I only focus on what serves me in the present moment. So if an alien lands right in front of me on the ocean behind me, then that would affect me in the present moment. But as of now, I've never had an audience of aliens, so I don't know what they control or how they control. I'm not attached to that movie, that narrative, that story. So I don't know. But if aliens are carrying inner divinity and they're friendly, they can come to my house and have tea.
I think Vladimir might need to be put on the naughty list. I don't know what he means by this comment, but it seems kind of facetious, kind of mean. I don't know. Are you are you ready for
All
this?
right, give it to me.
Okay. I want to tell you something private. God made a vagina out of my private part spiritually to show me how big my ego was a while ago. And then this reminded me of your selfless fire rituals and what you do for God. So he showed me as you as an inspiration. Ha ha. Oh, that's so funny. I don't get it. Whatever.
Yeah. So, well, if God showed you that in my fire ritual, which is a good reminder, Vladimir, this Thursday, July 10th,
Yes.
is Guru Purnima. And that is the highest day to honor your guru. And we will also be doing our fire ritual, our yagna. So we burn away all of our Kriya Yoga School members' problems. So if you become a Kriya Yoga School member, we'll burn away your problems. Yeah. I'll give you my email and you email me and I burn it up and you see it no longer serves you. So if you have visions of things that you want burn up, we'll burn them up, So
Yeah.
yeah, no
So
problem, Whatever it is. When you're attached to the Maya delusional world, all these crazy thoughts, so it's almost like a horror movie come in your mind, right? But we have many techniques in our Kriya Yoga School. We'll burn it all away. Whatever
yeah,
you have,
swaha.
you see aliens, you see devils, you see people giving birth, we burn it away, right? No more horror
Yes.
movies. I right now in my state of awareness or my state of frequency, I can't watch horror movies. It's like me sticking a finger in a light
Yeah.
socket. Like, oh yeah, well yeah, can't do it, right? I vibrate on what's called a himsa, which is non-violence in Kriya Yoga. So I can't relate to horror movies or anything. But yeah, whatever you're going through, sign up to our Kriya Yoga member class, kriyayogamasterclass.com, free 7-day trial. You'll get a free one-on-one call with me. I'll go on a video call with you. And whatever you see, we'll overcome it. You'll see it. I'll try to present it to you. We see it no longer serves you to be attached to these horror movies, and we'll overcome it. And if you feel like Kriya Yoga is the path for you, let's get started today.
Yes.
So whatever you see, Vladimir, it doesn't scare me. It doesn't frighten me at all. I like when Babaji says, death is a joke to me. I am the death of death. So whatever images you have, give it to me. I'll eat it. I'll burn it up in the fire, whatever. No
Yeah.
longer serve you. So let's get to work. Let's start
Yeah.
walking the higher path, the higher vibrational path. These lower frequencies, these lower emotions no longer serve you, right? So we burn it
Yes.
up in the fire. We detach, let go. I mean, we have hundreds of techniques to overcome your lower emotions or overcome your bad dreams or health problems or financial problems, whatever you're going through, we got a Kriya for it. So don't believe me? Try it out for free for 7 days.
Yes. Like Sandy said, bye, Felicia. You no
Bye,
longer
Felicia. Bye bye. Bye
you no
bye. All bad
keep on
thoughts, bad
walking.
dreams, negative emotions, all lower emotions,
Yeah.
guilt, all lower impulses, guilt, fear, anger, jealousy, bad dreams, bad thoughts. Burn them all up. That is our fire ritual, right? Actually, let's
Yes.
show the video
Oh
of the
yeah.
fire ritual.
Yeah. Let me
So
find
this is
it.
the video of our fire ritual. You could actually see we're burning up our members' problems and how it actually works. And you could see it no longer serves them. Up in
Okay.
smoke.
All right. Here goes.
Our brother Tony Koo from Sacramento, California, USA, public. Burn in the Yagna holy fire. Burn away all subconscious beliefs, programs that no longer serve me. I have no longer identified or attached to any past beliefs. Lack, unworthiness, guilt, fear, judgment, past ego, attachments, doubt, negativity, and resistance. Burning all Tony's problems in the holy Yagna fire. Jyoti, 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 Soyam, Jyoti, 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 Param, Swaha. Next. And there you have it. So that's a benefit of being a member of the Kriya Yoga class. So every new moon and full moon, we burn up all of our members' problems. And it's a good visualization. You see whatever you're holding on to no longer serves you. You watch it go up in smoke, which is a beautiful process. So if you want your problems burned up, join our Kriya Yoga Masterclass. kriyayogamasterclass.com, free 7-day Kriya Yoga Masterclass trial. So if you sign up for the trial, you'll be there for Thursday when we have our big Guru Purnima celebration. And send in your problems. I'll burn it up. And you'll also receive a private one-on-one soul coaching call with me, VEDAGURUDEV, 100% free. And whatever you're going through, we'll try to figure out how to solve it. And I'll try to show you how Kriya Yoga can give you the results and be effective in whatever you're going through in the present moment. Way cheaper than a doctor, way cheaper than a therapist. And who knows, you could be the next Kriya yogi, just like Veronica.
So thank you. I need to apologize to Vladimir. I thought he was attacking you, so I'm sorry, Vladimir. Veronica, it's not mean. When this happened, I've realized that women actually have less ego than man. I had to bend down like a woman. Okay, I get it. I'm sorry. I have inner work to do myself. So
Yeah, we all have inner work to do. Like somebody asked me before, like, how do you burn your karma? And I'll basically say there's 3 types of karma. There's agama karma, sanchita karma, and pradraha karma. One is past karma, one is present day karma, and one is future karma. I don't want to create no more karma in the present day, and I don't want to create no future karma because I have such a trash mountain of karma that I have to burn from the past, right? So no judgment here at the Kriya Yoga School. We try to burn all our karma. So whatever you're going through, Vladimir, and if it's painful for you, we'll try to figure out a solution and a way to overcome it. Whatever. I'm not. One of our members said, "I don't want my negative emotions to affect you, VEDAGURUDEV." And I said, give me your negative emotions. Give me whatever pain you're going through so I can help you overcome it. That is my job on this earth, right? So I take it wholeheartedly. Like I said, I'm a fearless yogi. Whatever you're going through or whatever thoughts that come in your mind, give them to me and let's overcome them, right? Let's plant that tree today and let's overcome whatever we're going through right now today. It doesn't matter what color your skin is, what country you come from, if you're male or female or in between, none of that matters. always give me the opportunity to help you, and I'll help you as best as I can wholeheartedly, you know, with no judgment or how can I say, yeah, no judgment as much as possible, you know. So let's get you help. If it's painful for you, let's dissipate that pain and get you into a happy state, right? Because you can't practice Kriya yoga if you're in a painful state. Your monkey mind is going to go crazy, right? So we need to dissipate your pain. We need to overcome the pain first, right? And get you into a good state of mind. And once you're in that good state of mind, then it's easy to practice Kriya yoga. So pain blocks the flow of prana. We want our prana to flow seamlessly. So we're going to have to overcome that pain. So if you're ready to cross that mountain with me, Vladimir, let's get to work today. All the information's on the screen.
Yes. So Sun Moon 4774, she says, you do for yourself, not God. God does not need anything. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. You know, like when I pray to God or I do my puja, which is basically offering to God or honoring God, whichever deity, I thank God for the best job. He's doing the best job out of anybody, right? So God doesn't really need anything. I honor God in my spiritual practice, my sadhana, you know, everything I do, I try to I do all my yogic practices like God is standing in front of me, right? That way, I always have that God perspective. I always offer my sadhana, my yogic practice to God, you know, first. So, but I'm not really doing for myself. I'm seeing God as a reflection inside me as me, right? So when I help myself, I help God, right? So I always try to do my sadhana like God is standing in front of me, right? You know, even though God doesn't need anything, it's good to give an offering to God. In yoga, they call it prasad. We give our food to God first as an offering. We know God's not going to eat it, but it's a good gesture to give to God first, right? God purifies, blesses your food, then it's blessed by God to eat, right? So, yeah, but I would always align yourself or center yourself with God also, right? I wouldn't see the dualist perspective like I'm over here and God is over here. I am God and God is me. We are one, right? We have a oneness perspective in Kriya Yoga, not a dualist perspective. So when you do for God, you do for yourself automatically. When you do for yourself, you do for God automatically. So it's the same thing. So see God as a reflection inside you as you, like a mirror looking back at you. You are a spark of God. God is the sun, you know? God is the ocean. You are a drop of water in the ocean. So I don't see the dualist perspective. When I do for myself, I do for God. When I do for God, I do for myself. So in yoga, when I do puja, I give what's called a jyoti, which is a light, right? I give to God, right? But I'm lighting the light inside of the deity, and I'm lighting the light inside of myself. So I'm merging with the light. God is here, and I am here, and we become one. We merge in the light. So when I give the light to God, I give the light to myself. When I give the light to myself, I give the light to God. So that is how I would best say that. So when I do for myself, I do for God. When I do for God, I do for myself. So there is no dualist perspective. It's only one perspective. I am God and God is me.
Mariana's here. She has several beautiful comments. So
Namaste, Mariana.
she says, hey, beautiful people.
Hey,
Hey, beautiful
Mariana.
people.
Glad you could join us.
You're beautiful too, Mariana.
Yeah, you're beautiful too, Mariana. Thank you for joining us.
Mariana, you're making me blush. Veronica, you look beautiful today. LOL. It's my birthday. It's my birthday glow.
Happy birthday to Veronica, right? Today is Veronica's birthday. Happy birthday live stream here at the Kriya Yoga School for Veronica.
I'm gonna blow my candles out. I'm gonna take the risk. And Mariana says, Namaste, VEDAGURUDEV, doing my asanas and listening to you guys.
Outstanding.
Yes.
That's a beautiful way to do your asanas, right? Listening to our live soul talks, live from a Thailand beach, and doing your asanas.
Yes.
Outstanding. Yeah, Mariana, let me know what asanas you're doing today.
And then we've got Paul. He says Chad is back in full force. He's been putting out a lot of new content and has interviews coming up. I like to see him enthusiastic like before. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Welcome back, Chad. He took a 6 month leave, but now he's back, and I think he's posting every day. So that's great. Outstanding. Yeah. We wish Chad all the best.
And Sandy Nicole says, yes, Paul, it's been nice to see Chad back doing stuff he loves. Yeah.
Yeah, when he stopped his YouTube channel, I thought that was his baby. So I was like, Chad would never get rid of Open Your Reality. You know? I guess I didn't know what I was talking about because he did for 6 months.
Yeah, he came back.
He'll throw everything away except Open Your Reality. So he threw that away too. So sometimes you got to wipe the slate clean and start over fresh. So.
And Marianne has a good point. She says, yes, Chad is back and he's getting views. God is good. Yeah, things are turning around.
Yeah, outstanding.
I don't know who this is, but Mariana says, I'm waiting for the interview with Paul Wallace. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, I don't know who that is, but yeah, sounds interesting. Yeah, Chad used to do a lot of interviews, so I guess he's getting back into the swing of things.
Sandy says, as within, so without. What you see or believe within and about yourself, you see outside you.
True. Yeah, as within, so without. Yeah, that's like as is above, as is below, right? So like, yeah, you see God inside you as you. Then you start to see God everywhere in everything also. So it's hard for you to harm somebody because you don't want to hurt other sentinel beings or trees or flowers because you see yourself as that flower. Everything starts to become a reflection inside you as you. I am the tree. Why would I hurt that tree? Because I'd be hurting myself. So you start to radiate what's called ahimsa, which is non-violence. It doesn't resonate with you no more. Because if you hurt that person, you'd be hurting yourself because you see yourself as a reflection inside you as you. So yeah, that's kind of the principles I try to live by. Ahimsa, which is one of Patanjali's niyamas. Ahimsa, non-violence.
Non-violence. And Mariana responded, as above, so below. And Sandy says, I see love.
I see love. Yeah. Yeah. If you love everything and you see God everywhere and everything, then how could you hurt anything? Because you're seeing your reflection, like looking in the mirror in everything. As is above, as is below.
As is below. And this, Sandy is responding to Vladimir. She said, I don't agree women have to bend down. And then Vladimir says, Sandy, when they bend down into a sitting position, it's with less ego. When man bend down, it's differently. God made me experience this. That's why I said women are born with less ego than man. Okay. Understanding.
Yeah, maybe. How could I say this? Being masculine and everything, you have that testosterone. Women have more divine mother than divine father. Father is more stern. Mother is more loving and caring for their children. So still good energies, but you need both to keep equal. You need the Shiva and the Shakti, the Ida and the Pingala, the Yin and Yang. The the hot and the cold to kind of balance each other out. So I would say there's no one size fits all. If you feel uncomfortable bending down, that's fine. If you feel comfortable bending down, that's fine too. You know,
Yeah.
do what works best for you, right? There's no one size fits all. You know, some things work for some people, some things work for another people. So
Yeah.
do what's most comfortable and relax for you. If you feel uncomfortable bending down, then don't. If you feel comfortable bending down, then do.
Mariana says, to me, we are all divine and part of a larger consciousness system or the creator who experiences itself through all of us, like a drop in the ocean and a part of the ocean. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like I like when Chad says, Tom Campbell says, a chip off the old block.
Yeah.
God is the block, and we're just a little chip off each block, right? So
Yeah.
be the best chip off the old block as you can, you know? Be a drop in the ocean, a spark off the sun, a piece of sand on the beach, you know? Whatever works best for you.
And then Mariana just expanded on that thought, but it doesn't mean we are the ocean, just like a ray of light. It's part of the sun, but it's not the actual sun. Yeah.
True, yeah. Yeah, I would agree, right? We are part of the sun, but not the actual sun. The actual sun is God. The rays are just us, little spark of light beams out here in the world.
And we're going, divine, and Sandy Nicole says, divine masculine and feminine are on equal planes. Om
True.
Babaji and Mataji, and the divine masculine and feminine through many forms.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't have Babaji without Mataji. You can't have Mataji without Babaji. You can't have Shakti without Shiva, and you can't have Shakti without Shiva. So they balance each other out. This was a good, profound message my guru gave me. I had when I started, all the mantra diksha I wanted to get for was male gods: Shiva, Krishna, Ganesha, Vishnu. All males. And my guru says, you've got too much masculine energy. You need feminine energy. So that's when I started to get mantra diksha for other, Lakshmi, Gayatri, Saraswati, Durga, Kali. So like to balance it out, right? I have an equal number of masculine and feminine, energies, right? So if you have too much Shakti, you need some more Shiva. If you have too much Shiva, you need some more Shakti. You can't have too much Mataji and not enough Babaji. You can't have too much Babaji and not enough Mataji. So I agree with Sandy. You need to balance the divine masculine and the divine feminine also, right? They're all equal, right?
Vladimir says not here. Okay. So he's having a different experience. And then Andromeda says, yes, masculine and feminine, both important and both divine, both balancing each other.
Absolutely, yeah. You can't have too much of one and not enough of the other. You got to have that equanimity mindset. In yoga, we try to stay in a permanent state of equanimity. It's no good or bad. There's no right or wrong, everything is equal. Divine masculine, divine feminine, divine father and divine mother, equal.
And then Sandy Nicole says the divine masculine has not once ever spoken of women as bending. So,
I don't know how to answer that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I don't.
Yeah.
How can I answer that?
Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of any. I don't know either. Oh, Mariana. What's happy birthday, Veronica. I didn't know. Yeah. Thank you.
Happy birthday, Veronica. Today is Veronica's birthday. Happy birthday.
So happy to be here. Mariana, she says, I am doing 17 to 20 asanas that you showed us through the classes.
Nice.
1 through, oh, nice.
Outstanding.
You're
Yeah,
doing great.
outstanding. Yeah, we have 18 asanas in our Kriya Yoga School Masterclass that I try to do every day also. So outstanding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mariana's doing the full schedule, which is great, right?
Yeah. Mariana, you're a rock star. Wow.
Yeah. You're a yogic superhero. You're
Yes.
asana superhero.
Oh, Paul, he says, I didn't know he was going to interview him. Great. I also watch Paul Wallace and like his stuff. I'll have to look at Paul Wallace.
Yeah, Paul Wallace.
Sandy Nicole says, how are you treating yourself today on your birthday? Great. I did a spiritual bath earlier, so took care of myself, doing some self-healing. I know on my birthday, I like to write in my journal and kind of think of it as New Year's Day and just like assess where I'm at and just kind of start over. So and I bought myself some flowers, Veronica flowers. That's a ritual I do. So I don't know,
Nice.
just taking care of myself. So yeah. I don't
Outstanding.
know.
Happy
Yes,
birthday.
I'm just being a
Veronica
domestic goddess
flowers for
today.
Veronica.
Yeah, Veronica flowers.
Take care of yourself.
Yes. Thank you for asking, Sandy. Wow, that was very interactive. We have no more questions.
Okay, maybe we should take a picture. Like,
Okay.
yeah, let's take. You want to take a picture for the thumbnail? All right,
Yes.
yeah.
Let
Get
me
it. Get in
find this.
position.
Do you want
Let
me
me
to
see.
remove
Can you
this?
see? You see me better like this? Yeah, I could.
Oh,
Yeah.
let me remove Sandy. Let me go back to comments.
Let me center myself. For some reason, when I hold my hands up, I look brighter. Yeah.
I think that looks good.
Sorry, Babaji. Okay, what time was that? Know where to get.
8:12.
What is it?
All right, 8:12. Oh wait, on the live stream it's 2
Yeah,
hours and 11 minutes
2
and
hours and
20.
11 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. 2
Sorry, I
hours
was
and
looking
11
at the
minutes.
I was looking at my
Maybe
time.
write that down if I forget. 2 hours and 11 minutes.
Yes, I
Okay.
just did.
Okay,
All
we
right.
have a nice birthday thumbnail now.
Yes. Beautiful. Media assets, go back. Okay. And then
All right.
comments.
If you're watching this on YouTube, post your comments in there. Try to get them all in.
I'm feeling some love. Sandy Nicole. Oh, so amazing. I journaled today too. Yeah.
Nice. Journaling is outstanding for sure.
Andromeda said, I just heard some distorted voices on the live stream. It sounds like there's like something, maybe it's the cars in the background. I don't know.
Maybe there's a fan on it too.
Sandy says, I heard that too. Sounds like angels humming. Maybe we've got some
Oh,
an audience of angels.
nice. I hope we have some angels humming. That would be outstanding. Maybe some astral beings are trying to tune
Yeah.
into our live stream. That would be a beautiful audience. Whoever has their ears open out there in the astral plane, if you want to be interviewed, come on the live stream.
Oh.
Send them the StreamYard link.
She meant the angels are chanting. I meant, yeah, it's
Oh,
beautiful.
nice. Yeah, usually we have an audience of butterflies. We don't have it today, but angels chanting, even better, you know?
Oh, Mariana's funny. She said, okay, I'm glad I'm not crazy. No, you're not crazy. Speaking of voices, if we are all one, why can't I hear the consciousness of others? Because it seems like that's something separate. But then sometimes I feel like something's listening to my thoughts too. So I feel like something's eavesdropping on me.
Yeah, I would say it'd probably be too overwhelming to hear millions of
Yeah.
people's thoughts all at once. Like, it'd probably go mad, you know?
Yeah.
So, and it's probably a good reminder that it doesn't really matter what other people are thinking. You should just focus on doing your inner work inside you as you, because You know, it's like overhearing what other people are saying. It almost doesn't really matter, because you try
Yeah,
to
garbage.
focus on what work. Doing your own inner work is the main priority in your life. What other people are thinking, I mean, who cares? Even if you knew what they were thinking, it wouldn't really matter anyway, because you're not going to be able to change them, and they're not going to happen the way you want them to happen.
Oh,
They're just going to be anyway. So it's kind of better to block out the noise.
Mariana has something interesting to say. She said that you can tap into someone's field and hear their thoughts, at least when uh, put out of body. Oh, out
Yeah,
of body,
true.
yeah.
If you really have the higher vibration and the higher awareness, then it's easy to read people's aura, or see their glow, or tap into their thoughts if you wanted to. Most yogis would say they don't want to, because they're saving their energy to do their inner work, or they don't want to interfere with other people's karma, so they try to don't interfere. But if you wanted to, you could. There are many yogis who have that CD power. They could read your mind. They could, tap into your energy field, see your aura, everything. I mean, I told a story before on another sad song. Me and my guru were walking for the market, and there was this old Indian guy, just glowing. And I looked at my guru, said, "You see that, Baba?" He said, "I see it." We walked over to him. No words when he didn't need it said. We just started laughing, like, out of nowhere. I don't even know why we were laughing. And he saw our aura and we saw his aura, and it was like our inside secret. So
Yeah,
we laughed for a while. We didn't even say anything and just walked away, right?
no
Like,
words needed.
I see you and you see me. No words needed. I'm tapping into your aura. I see what you see,
Yeah, I don't know, like silence. I don't know. You think like that? I keep hearing that that's the greatest teacher, and then
Yeah.
there's a lot of masters that would just teach like silent transmissions. And sometimes words get in the way too. Like silence is the best communicator. So
Yeah, absolutely. They always say that in yoga. Silence is the best teacher. Just being in the presence of some enlightened beings like Ramayana Maharishi, or these higher frequency beings, they didn't have to say anything. You would just feel blissed out just by being in their presence. So, yeah, there was no words necessary. Even my guru was a man of few words, His favorite saying was happy, happy, happy. So, man, there's not too many words needed. It's mostly inner transmission, or energy transmission from person to person. So yeah, once you're on that higher frequency, you don't really need to say anything. Everything is already given, right? So
yeah,
you enjoy people's energy, you feel their aura. Yeah, you feel their glow. It feels like when you're around a enlightened being, it feels like sunbathing in the grace of God. I like to say, right? Samadhi, right? So you enjoy other people's uplifting energy. No words needed.
what are some other ways that like you notice somebody's energy's better, more? I don't know, higher. Is like, do your other senses perk up, or
Yeah,
I,
it's kind of like an overall well-being when you see like it's like a breath of fresh air meeting a higher vibrational being, or like a higher conscious being. They're kind of glowing, they're kind of radiating, they're kind of vibrating on like a higher frequency. So it just feels like a breath of fresh air, because there are so many lower frequency beings out here. To find a needle in the haystack, a diamond in the rough, you're like, whew, man,
woo.
I thought I felt all alone out here in this world. Thank God there's somebody else who understands, who gets it. And that's why I like our Kriya Yoga School too. It's like-minded Kriya yogis and yoginis. We uplift each other. We understand what you're going through, right? When you get on a higher frequency, or you get on the spiritual path, it's hard to relate to people, right? You can't relate because it's like a dog trying to talk to a cat, you know. They're not on the same frequency. So when you do find somebody on the same frequency, it is definitely like a gift from God, like a breath of fresh air. Like, man, it's hard out here. There are very few of us, and there are a lot of the other people, you know. So
Yeah.
we're glad to meet you. I've been looking for you my whole life.
I know the reason I asked is at work, somebody, she kept smelling me and she's like, what are you wearing? Perfume. And I'm like, I'm not wearing any perfume. I just soap. I don't know, Irish Spring soap, but I don't know. She just kept like smelling me because I was thinking maybe you're, I don't know, as you raise your frequency, maybe you smell better to other people. But I
Yeah.
think that
So
her
the coconut man. Oh yeah. So
coconut man.
they're selling something. I don't think it's coconut.
That'd be cool if you got
But-
a coconut.
Yeah, I've been looking for them for the last street. Oh, they're selling like beach products.
Yeah.
Oh, they're turning around. Oh, they're parking over there.
I
So
just have the fake coconut.
so well, yeah. When you start to radiate and your sadness starts to uplift you, your dryers, which are your senses, really start to activate, right? So people start to hear you better. People start to smell you better. People start to see you better. People start to feel you better, you know? So like it all activates and radiates it up a lot, right? So that wouldn't surprise me that like, oh, you smell very nice, right? They don't understand why, but you understand why because you've been doing the inner work for a while, and now it starts to it's you start to glow, you start to radiate, you start to vibrate like that, and people start to pick up on it, but they don't know why,
Yeah.
right? I'm sure this lady like, why was I smelling that woman for? What's
Yeah,
wrong with
she
me?
kept
You know,
smelling my
like,
shirt.
and then she doesn't understand, right? I see it a lot too when I go like in the mall or a store, 7-Eleven. Babies always look at me like they're like stare at me the whole way, and their mother's like, why are you staring at that foreigner so much? But I kind of know like, oh, this guy, you know, like I said, this guy's a diamond in the rough. This guy's a needle in a haystack. I got to look at him, you know. I've been looking for some people like this who understand, you know. A lot of lower
Yeah.
frequency beings, not a lot of higher frequency beings. So be a higher frequency being, you know, work for the light. Too much dark out here. We need more light workers.
Yeah, and when you
So,
clean your aura, it seems like you become more charismatic too. It's just that you're like you're saying, like people are just drawn to you.
true.
Yeah.
And in this week's class, we had an excellent asana where we cleaned our aura, you know, praising the
Yeah.
sun. So if you're in our class, you know what I'm talking about.
That was a good one.
That really repairs your aura, you know, and exposes your body to the healing rays of the sun, like your whole body. So yeah, if you want to repair your aura, we got that in our Kriya Yoga Masterclass.
Yes. Join today. Mariana has a great comment. She says, what I've noticed is that Kriya Yoga has given me a bit more of the patience and understanding. My friend is far left, but he always treated me very well. So I learned to ignore his comments and smile. Yeah, that's what you got to do.
Yeah, definitely. When you start practicing Kriya Yoga, your frequency gets higher, and you're less attached to what other people think and their comments and their, you know, social media posts. You know, you just kind of become more of the detached witness and kind of create space between you and their comments.
Yeah.
So their thoughts don't become your thoughts, and you become less attached to what other people think and more calm, and you try to do the inner work, and what other people do, you are less attached to it. You know, you just take care of your inner circle, you know, your family, your friends, and what other people say to you doesn't really affect you, doesn't have the pull that it used to, right? Their
Yeah.
thoughts don't become your thoughts, you know, so their narrative doesn't become your narrative. You become more detached and more, like Mariana said, patient and understanding. Like, yeah, okay, All
Yeah,
right.
think what you want. That's
You're
fine. Like,
you're a liberal. Okay, that's fine. Cool.
yeah,
You know, God bless
you don't
you.
have to.
You're a
Yeah,
Republican. God bless you. Okay, you're cool. You're a San Francisco 49ers fan. Okay, cool. All
yeah,
right, whatever.
yeah.
You
We can
know.
have
Some
different
people want to
opinions.
get into a mud throwing fight. But if you have that perspective, they have no ammunition, right? People ask me sometimes, like, what do you think of Donald Trump? Nothing. I'm doing my
Yeah,
inner work. I don't even know. I have no clue. I haven't watched my physical TV in like 3 years, So I have no clue what's going on in the world. I'm doing my inner work, anchored in the present moment, and I don't want other people's story to become my story.
yeah,
So, yeah, you become more patient, you become more detached, you become more the witness. You just step back. Most people think they're actor in the movie. Us as Kriya yogis, we're kind of sitting in the audience watching the pictures go by,
yeah,
not attached to the ending of the movie, not trying to control the movie, just witnessing the pictures going by.
yeah,
And social media, watching the monkey throw poop on each other.
yeah. It does feel like more and more like I am watching a movie. I kind of am like, oh, okay, this is happening. And
Yeah,
you kind of like step.
I'm not attached to it. I'm not an actor in the movie. I'm just watching the pictures go by.
Yeah,
Clouds passing, water under the bridge.
yeah. You're not going to trigger me. uh, Mariana said, okay, so that Mariana said that. Vladimir said, I was cutting many onions today and noticed onions don't affect my eyes anymore at all. One benefit of higher consciousness. Haha. Do cutting onions affect you, Vedgurudev? Or do you even eat onions? Like,
Yeah, not really. I mean, I don't remember the last time I cut an onion. In the yogic Ayurveda diet, they try to stay away from onions and garlic. If
yeah,
you're a traditional yogi, but hey, if cutting onions is a sign of your higher consciousness,
yeah,
then keep on going, Vladimir.
yeah,
Like I try to be unaffected by anything. So if that's a good confirmation you get by cutting onions and you're reaching higher consciousness, keep going. Keep going. Once you start doing the inner work, you start getting these confirmations. So if cutting onions is a good confirmation for you, keep putting one foot in front of the other. Keep going, right?
What about being more sensitive? Because like I'll watch a movie and it's like I'll like start crying for the characters. I don't know. I get
Oh,
like
for sure.
emotional. Like,
Yeah, when you start on the Kriya yoga path and you do start becoming sensitive to emotions, and like, especially when you start doing bhakti and mantra japa, I'll just start crying out of nowhere. But these are
yeah,
tears of joy, not tears of sadness. Like, God is so beautiful, and reciting the name of God is such a beautiful practice. I just get choked up. Even in I think it was our last class, I was getting choked up there at the end. It was just so
yeah,
beautiful hearing our students saying their mantras and feeling the energy and the presence. And one of our members, his daughter says the mantra is so
yeah,
beautiful, and she actually leads our mantra japa practice. So it's a beautiful thing. Like, hearing such a pure soul of a child say mantra japas, I can't think of anything more beautiful. So I do get choked up a lot, and I do
yeah,
become more sensitive. But it's not sensitive because I'm sad or depressed or I'm emotional. It's sensitive because the glory of God is so beautiful, right? And reciting God's name is such a elegant symphonic practice. It's such a beautiful thing, right? I like when they say in yoga, japa japa, which means you say the mantra so much that God says the mantra for you. So I always
yeah.
aim for that practice. I like that. God saying the mantra for me, right? I'm just watching
Nice.
him say the mantra. He says the mantra way better than me, right? So yeah, just the glory and the awe of God, and sometimes you get choked up, but it's a beautiful thing. I used to I didn't like it before because I was like, what's wrong with me? I'm a man.
Yeah, I'm
Men
a
don't
man.
cry. But now I'm like, I welcome it. I said, oh yeah, here comes those tears. All right. I know it's a good confirmation. I welcome those tears. I want those tears to come because it's tears of bliss in the glory of God, right? So when when you when you see the glory of God or you feel the glory of God and you're tuned into the vibration of God, it's such a beautiful thing, such an
Yeah,
awe-inspiring thing.
beautiful. I'm getting choked up. Uh,
Yeah, see, just by saying some crude words,
yeah.
imagine you say the real words to God. It's 10 times more powerful, right?
Yeah, I was just thinking that was just yesterday, but during the class, like tears were coming down. I'm like, just ignore it, Veronica. And it got to, like I just had to wipe them.
Yeah,
Like,
I saw you wipe them, but it's a good thing.
right.
I'm like, all right, this is touching people's soul, these kriyas. So we're on the right track, you know.
Yes. Andromeda says, I like to feed ravens and they say thank you after I throw them food in their own language. Yeah, ravens are
Oh,
smart.
nice. Yeah, these ravens, these crows, they're pretty smart. I saw a video where I don't know how a crow convinced the cat to fight another cat, right? And he was like gossiping in the cat's ear, like, you know what he said about you? And they jumped and they started fighting on the roof and they
Right.
fell down. I was like, man, these crows are pretty smart. Yeah, in India, they definitely respect crows and they feed crows. And they look at them as highly enlightened beings, same way they look at it as a cow, maybe even more. But they are smart for sure. You know, I agree with Mariana 100%. You know, these crows have some higher intelligence for sure.
Yeah, I was watching some story of this crow. This man like helped the crow. I don't know, and it hurt its wing, and he like took care of him. And then the crow, through the years, would like bring him like money or little trinkets, like to thank him through the
Oh, nice.
years. And he opened
Yeah.
up his drawer, and there was all this like jewelry and money. So like, like thank you, crow. Like, but
As a sign of respect, I bring you
yeah,
gifts.
yeah, they're smart. Paul says, Vedgurudev is the Pied Piper of yoga. Tell about the people following you around the temple while you were chanting. You should try a flute, lol. Oh, you want to tell that story?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe I will get a flute like Krishna. You know, Lord Krishna, he has his flute when you see his statue, right? He's a musician. Yeah. So the Pied Piper, yeah, like well, there's a couple stories. Number one, when we were walking in the Himalayan mountains, we just collect people. They don't know why they want to walk with us. They just start walking with us. All spiritual traditions, swamis, lamas, sadhus, agoris, Buddhists. Who else am I missing? There's probably a lot more. And we just start collecting people, right? So, yeah, I give my guru more credit than me. He's more of the Pied Piper for spiritual enlightened beings than I am. But yeah, and when we go to the temple, I start in yogic tradition. We walk around the temple, so like, and that's how we honor the deity. And yeah, once I start walking, I start collecting people too. It creates that magnetism, right? So
Yeah.
I start walking, then somebody walks behind me, and then they start walking behind them, and before you know it, you have a big circle, right? And it's kind of funny, like there goes Vedguru Dev walking again. Let's go walk him
Yeah.
around. So
I like his
I
energy.
guess
I'm gonna
that
follow him.
I guess I am the Pied Piper, you know. And you know the other stories are it's tradition for people who are higher on the spiritual path than you for you to touch their feet. So I would go to touch their feet, and they would go, no, I touch your feet. And I would go, no, I touch your feet. So this went on for like 20 minutes. And I said, all right, we're going to waste all day doing this. All right, just touch my feet, whatever, right? And then the next thing would be like, who's going to walk in front? Who's going to lead? You lead. You're more higher on the path than me. No, I want to follow behind you. I want to feel your energy. No, you go in front of me. You're higher in the hierarchy of yogic lineage than me. No, I want to walk behind you. Another 20 minutes, right? Before we know it, we already burned 2 hours. I was like, all right, I'll just walk in front. So they always wanted me to walk in front for whatever reason. But I looked at it as a good confirmation. Like a highly enlightened sadhu or swami, enjoys your presence, and why not? And if I didn't walk, we would have been there all day, right? The sun would have went down, and we wouldn't have walked nowhere. So I took the higher road. All right, whatever. All right. If we could start walking by you touching my feet for half a second, why not? I don't agree. I should touch your feet, but no harm, no foul.
No harm, no foul. Vladimir says, yeah, that's right. I was in a meditation assessing other people's info and noticed that the most beautiful thing someone can do is to praise God. That is beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. The most beautiful thing is to praise God. Align yourself with God. Give all the glory to God. I agree with you, Vladimir.
Andromeda wants to know, is Lama a Tibetan monk?
Yeah, Lama is a Tibetan monk, but they call themselves yogis too. Like when I told them what spiritual practice do you practice? I said I'm a Kriya yogi. They said we're Tibetan yogis too. So they look at themselves as yogis too. But the traditional spiritual term for Tibetan monks would be Lama. Yeah. So I love the Lamas. I love all those people.
Yeah.
They're great. They're outstanding. They have some interesting kriyas, let's say it like that. Some interesting techniques. Like I saw this one guy like jump off the ground like 5 foot and land on his side and kind of pose, and they have some breathing techniques. I looked at my guru. I was like, whoa, pretty serious over here. He's like, yeah, they're serious over here. They're not playing games with their sadhana. Their work, they're really hitting it. And the tumo and all the that stuff, they really do. They really cultivate it.
Yeah, that's a way to focus. It just seems, whoa, kind of aggressive, but I guess, yeah, it works.
Yeah, it's part of their tradition, their power and power. So it works for them.
Yeah, I respect it. Andromeda says, in South Korea, I saw many of those monks when I lived there. Oh.
Yeah, Lama. Yeah, the Lama spiritual tradition, the Tibetan monks, some of the highest Himalayan yogis for sure, or highest Himalayan ascended masters. They definitely have some ancient spiritual techniques that have been passed down for thousands of years. And in Kriya Yoga, we look at them like our brothers also. So, even though they have a different title or a different color robe or whatever, they're still carrying divine energy. So, like my guru said, if the Himalayan Yeti shows up and he's carrying inner divinity, he is our brother. So they looked at us like their brothers, and we looked at them like our brothers. So it was a beautiful love fest, walking, sharing food. Another thing, if you have a cave or you have a tent, it's a tradition for you to give your tent to them, right? So that was another thing. You take my tent. No, I got my own tent. You take my you take my tent. Now, before you know it, it's midnight. So yeah. So
I take it.
we ate with them. We shared our living quarters with them. We walked with them. They were our brothers, no matter what spiritual tradition. And like I always say, I like SRF Lake Shrine. They have a shrine, a sanctuary for every spiritual tradition. So when you walk around the lake, they have different benches where this is the Buddhist bench, this is the Christian bench, this is the Muslim bench, this is the Buddhist, bench. So they have something for everybody. We honor all spiritual traditions. Some people take spiritual traditions as like my football team is better than your football team. Or we are the chosen, ones. I like them all, So I don't try to get attached to that kind of judgment. Like My football team's better than your football team.
Yeah.
All spiritual traditions are great.
Yeah, we can learn from everybody. No more questions, so I guess I'll come up with something. I don't know why spiritually, why is like hugging a tree good? I was thinking, can you like open up your chakras, like hugging a tree? It's like clearing your energy. Do you think it could open up all your chakras, like barefoot hugging a tree?
Yeah, hugging a tree like grounds yourself. It like anchors you with Mother Nature, right? So every morning I would wake up in the Himalayan mountains, and whoever wanted to join me, or if I wanted to join them, we would walk barefoot in the Himalayan mountains. We would try to get the soil between our toes. We would try to ground ourselves and feel as much prana as possible. In the Himalayan mountains, there's not too many trees, but we enjoyed the wind, the prana. There's a lot of waterfalls from the snow melting, and yeah, just even though the most of the Himalayan mountains is like a glacier, right? So you're actually walking on like a iceberg. So, but it was freezing cold, but that was our practice, grounding ourselves, feeling Mother Nature, earthing ourselves as much as possible, anchoring ourselves. So anytime you can get out in nature and feel nature and enjoy nature's beauty, bodies of water, trees, sun, wind, birds, flowers, all beautiful process, like nothing better than that. So yeah, that is always outstanding, to ground yourself, earth yourself into the earth, and yeah, become one with the earth and become one with Mother Nature. You can never lose that way.
Yeah.
I think you're muted, Veronica.
Just had to change my earbuds.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Okay.
you sound better now.
Okay. Oh, Mariana, she says thank you for the Dan Van Tree mantra, VEDAGURUDEV. It's so healing. Yeah.
Yeah, outstanding. Yeah, our Dan Van Tree Shakti mantra. Actually, because of Mariana, we say it every class in the beginning. This one we said a little later, but yeah, we try to say it in the beginning. Healing all our Kriya Yoga School members, friends, families, loved ones out there. Dan Van Tree bringing his healing oil, his healing energy, healing you, whatever you're going through in the present moment. So my pleasure. I'm glad you really feel Dan Van Tree's healing.
Yeah, I'm liking that we're learning all the 18 Siddhas mantras. So we're on a roll.
Yeah, this week we did Patanjali. We've done Agastya, Bhoganantar, Dan Van Tree, and Patanjali. Yeah, so this week, our 70th class, we have Patanjali's Shakti mantra in there.
Any more questions? That's it. I don't know why. So like there's like a lot of animal assisted therapy. Why do you think animals are so like they're used for therapy for people? Why animals are so healing for people?
Yeah, I think animals are healing for people because they don't have like the distractions or the materialism that we have. They basically they understand the higher truth. Like if you look at your cat just wants to eat, enjoy the sun, and it kind of is in a meditative state 24 hours a day. So I always tell my mother, who has a cat, be like your cat. Just don't worry about none of this junk or distractions, social media, mainstream media, whatever. Only enjoy the sun, be grateful for God's glory, and just wake up with a smile on your face and be happy like your cat. All your cat does is sleep, enjoy the sun, meditate all day, eat some food, and go back to sleep. Do it all, rinse, repeat, right? rinse, repeat all day. So always be like your cat, you know? So I agree. Like all these animals carry different energy, but they're always kind of have like a 24-hour meditative mindful
Yeah.
state, which I always think is a beautiful thing, you know?
Yeah, and you're getting unconditional love for the animals. No judgment. They just
Yeah.
love you.
Yeah, true. Yeah, whenever you're going through something, your animal probably understands on a higher vibrational frequency, and they come and consult you and let you know
They
everything's
do.
going to be okay.
Yeah,
Don't worry, everything's going to be okay.
and come to think, when I am sad, my cats will like rub their head into me. They're kind of like, cheer up, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Animals. How's the Himalayan sun doing on you? How are you doing?
Oh, the Thailand sun?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not too bad
the
today.
Thailand sun.
It's overcast. Yeah, so I have an umbrella, like I'm under the shade more because I learned from my previous mistakes. I burned my top of my head before, but yeah, today's okay. It's a little overcast, so it's not super powerful. So yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
It's a pretty good situation now.
Okay.
Better than the other. What? How many have we done? These 3, right?
This is no, I was looking at it. This is our 5th one.
5th. Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah. So learning from our mistakes. The light looks better, right, on my face.
Yeah, this is the best ever. So
okay.
that's
Yeah. Those other lights were a little further. This one's like right here. So still, it's not bright. Oh, they went a butterfly. You saw it?
yes.
Just went past.
And I've actually seen birds behind you too.
Oh yeah, I believe it. Can you see the water? Or
yeah, it's like a darker shade of light blue, but I can see it.
Yeah, it's like
it's kind of like the sky's like a light blue, like white blue, and then it's a little darker as you get down.
Yeah. Thailand, what a place.
I don't know why I said Himalayan sun. I meant Thailand sun.
Oh, it's okay. When I watch these sad songs back, I always get tongue twisted, and I always last sad song I said January when I was talking about July or June or something. You know, it happens. You know.
Yeah.
Keep on moving. It's live. It's not Memorex. You know, no editing here.
Yeah.
Whatever comes out, that's what comes out.
Yes. Sandy has an interesting question. She says, what animals do you feel most connected to or feel have been guides for you? I love them all, but feel really connected to crows, ravens, and cats.
Yeah, I love them all too. I mean, I would say the resonance I resonate with the most, I would probably say with cats, right? The calming kind of stillness, not kind of scattered energy, you know, like you know, calm and not, you know, like dogs are like barking and running, and you know, like cats are just relaxing, like not bothered by anything, which I like, right?
Yeah.
They don't care about nothing. They're just doing their own thing, living their life, right? So, but yeah, I would like to say I resonate. They all have great energies, and I like all their energies. So it's hard to pick one. I just enjoy all of them. One of my favorite, Sita, is named Agastya, and he always traveled with all animals, tigers, monkeys, elephants. So he had a big group of animals. He liked animals more than humans. So as the story goes, Bhoganantar told Babaji to go find Agastya. He'll teach him how to master his mind through Kriya Dhyana meditation. Babaji went to the temple where Agastya is known to visit. He says he was going to chant Agastya's name until he showed up. As Babaji was about to take his last breath, and I guess this was like at 3 a.m, and he was about to, you know, ascend his physical body. Agastya showed up with all his animals. They said he wouldn't come during the day because he didn't want to be around people. So
Yeah.
he came when no one was around. He didn't want to see anybody. He didn't want to feel anybody's energy. And Agastya is one of the 7 rishis. So he had direct energy transmission from Shiva himself. So they called him Shiva's policeman. So he probably had the most purest source energy of any yogi besides Shiva in the history of the universe. So he chose to be around animals, not around humans. So if Babaji wanted to see Agastya, there had to be no one around so his animals could travel with him. And he said when Babaji was surprised, like so-called wild animals were tame around Agastya, you know? So it really helped Babaji put in perspective that animals have higher frequency. So
Yeah, all that pure energy. I don't know, cats. I've always had cats, but then when I was younger, dogs, and when my dogs would growl at somebody, I would be like, "There's something not right with this person." But
yeah,
I
they
don't know,
probably
like,
feel their intentions, the sankalpa, are not pure.
well, this is something you can relate to, VEDGURUDEV. Like animals will just appear out of nowhere. Like at work, I was sitting on the grass and this wild turkey just sat next to me. And usually the wild turkeys will chase people and bite them, but it just sat calmly next to me. But animals trust
Oh,
me more now. So I don't know. It's hard to. I don't know. I love all animals. Like,
outstanding. Yeah,
yeah,
like you wouldn't think like a wild turkey would just sit next to you, but that's a good confirmation that your energy, your frequency is reaching such a high level that even a wild turkey feels calm around you. So yeah, I've noticed that too. When I do my sadhana outside, I have an audience of squirrels, cats. One time I had an audience of a monkey, and yeah, birds, butterflies. It's a beautiful thing. So these are all beautiful confirmations that you're going the right direction. So if your energy's calm to a wild turkey, then you're on the right track. I would
yeah,
definitely say keep up the good work. So there's one squirrel. It knows exactly when I start my mantra japa daily practice. Like it's not there until I start. Once I
yeah,
start, it comes to its branch that it always comes to, lays down, enjoys the mantra japa. When I finish, he's gone. So he knows exactly when I
yeah,
start, when I finish. I think that resonance, that vibration of Om, he really enjoys, right? I think Om is
yeah.
his favorite, but he likes them all. But you know, he's waiting for that Om. So I noticed when when I saw a squirrel, like a chipmunk, he was like praying to a Buddhist statue on the internet. I thought that was cool too. Maybe the
Yeah,
squirrel is, you know, man. In a previous incarnation, he was a yogi. Like, I hope he recites Babaji's mantra today. Oh, there it is. There it is. Kriya, Babaji, Namo.
yeah. I see animals, videos of animals stopping in their tracks, or like Shiva statues or pictures, or the
Yeah,
Shiva
definitely.
lingam. They just like stop.
Yeah, 100%. Like I've seen like Shiva had a protector called Nandi, and it was a bull, right? So like these bulls, anytime they're in the presence of Shiva, they I've seen bulls like shedding a tear, like crying, like
Oh,
when they hear mantra japa. So like
oh,
yeah, they really enjoy. And yeah, a lot of yogis like Brahmayana Maharishi had a favorite bull, you know, that he always helped and enjoyed his, it was his best friend and enjoyed his energy, you know, carrying that inner divinity.
well, we've got all kind. Everybody's like saying what their animal is. I'll go down the list. Adramata says that, Mariana says, I like dogs, cows, horses, ravens, and wolves. Yeah.
Nice.
And then Sandy says, wolves also, listening to their howls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Sandy and Nicole says, I found birds overall to be powerful frequency raisers. Makes sense as they constantly sing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like in Thailand they have hummingbirds, and just by the vibration they float around. Bees are probably higher astrological beings too, also. So like, yeah,
Yeah.
the hum and the vibration is really a beautiful thing in nature for sure, right? And that's how they fly around. And yeah, I agree. I enjoy birds too. Yeah, I have a good audience of different kind of birds, Thailand birds also, you know.
Oh, wow.
A full house, right? A full audience, you know.
That'd be cool to get a video of you doing your satna and then seeing all the animals show up. Like your
Yeah,
Agasphere.
but probably when I try to videotape it, they wouldn't
Yeah,
show up. That's how it always
probably.
happens. When you want to see a butterfly, there are no butterflies. When you don't, they're all around. So they come at their own time, right? And I don't know if they would all come at once. They one
Kind of
comes, one
lingering.
leaves. Yeah, yeah. They kind of linger around, you know. Like obviously the birds, if they see the cat's audience, they're gonna kind of stay higher, you know, up on a
Yeah.
tree.
And then Paul, he says, yes, cats and birds in general. Yes.
Yeah, I agree. Cats and birds are higher vibrational sentinel beings for sure.
And Andromeda says, dog is God in reverse. Isn't it something? Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty interesting. I never thought about that. Yeah, dog is God in reverse. Interesting.
Well, I was thinking on the Himalayan mountains when hikers get lost, dogs come out of nowhere. I was thinking maybe they're like a piece of God. I don't know. I was thinking that was
Yeah,
interesting.
that is true. Like when I was in the Himalayan mountains, these dogs would come out of nowhere, and they would walk for you for a while, and they would be gone, and
Yeah.
then you would pick up some more dogs. I was like, where did that dog come from? Like, how
Yeah,
did
on
they
this
get up
mountain.
here? Like, what did they eat? You know, like I was like, they just come out of nowhere, and one time, a baby sheep. It must not have been like I don't. It probably must have been like a couple weeks old, like a baby sheep, right? And I was like, Where did this sheep's mother go? It was just a baby sheep, and my guru said that's Babaji, and I was like, what do you mean that baby sheep is Babaji? He's like, yeah, I'll
Oh,
show you, and he said, if you're Babaji, come into my arms, and sure enough, the baby sheep came into his arm, and I have a picture of it somewhere. I gotta find it, but yeah, so like I was like, oh, that is Babaji. He was like, I told you, this is Babaji. He come to guide us. I go, where did the sheep come from? He goes, no explanation can explain it. They just come out of nowhere and they go out of nowhere, right? Like if you try to see where they came from, you won't be able to see them. If you try to see where they go, you won't be able. They just come join us on our journey, and we welcome their presence, and then they leave once
yeah.
you get to a certain point. But yeah, they're way up there. Like I don't know how they. I don't even know what they
Yeah.
eat. Like what did they eat? Like where do they come from? But yeah, they're up there.
Yeah.
Goats and dogs, yeah, for sure. And there's nothing else up there. It's like a frozen tundra, but they're up there. I don't know how they
Yeah. They just
survive.
magically
They just
appear.
and they come out of nowhere. You know, like you can't like call them and they'll come. You're just walking, and next thing you know, there's a dog next to you. Like, where'd this dog come from? You know,
Yeah.
they walk with you for a while, and then they go. And one of the most beautiful stories I like is Arjuna. You know Arjuna from the Bhagavad Gita, right? He he decided he didn't want to fight no more, and he wanted to go into moksha, liberation, right? So he took off all his armor. He actually bathed in Satupan Lake, where I was at in the Himalayan mountains, and he walked naked. And when he was walking naked, he's like, I'm gonna walk till the snow consumes me, and I'll go into moksha, right? When he was walking, a dog came next to him, and the dog was walking with him, and he was like, okay. So
Oh,
him and the dog eventually were consumed by the Himalayan snow. They transcended their physical body, and Arjuna attained moksha, and he said, I will not go into liberation unless my brother dog can come with me. So he
Aw.
gave the dog moksha too, right? So they were both liberated. They both took the divine flight, right? Liberation. So I thought that was beautiful. He was like, I'm not going to
Yeah.
take moksha unless my dog can have it also. So be it. It is done,
Yeah.
right? Dog got moksha too, right?
Yeah. Not going unless my best friend comes with me.
Right. I can't leave him behind. He has to come also.
Paul says horses also. Yeah, horses are beautiful. So smart.
Yeah, horses are great.
And Paul says, I've never bought a cat. They just find me. LOL. Yeah, I think cats just choose you.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Like same like these dogs. I didn't want a dog to come find me. He just kind of came out of nowhere and he
Yeah.
found me. I didn't found him.
And then Paul also says, I raised bees for a while. Oh, I did not know you did that. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
I have an intuition that bees are highly evolved sentinel beings, right? They're hum and in our
Yeah.
school we do humming bee breath, Brahmari pranayama. So these bees have some advanced technology, let's just say, where they make the honeycomb and the queen, and I can't even explain it. They're highly evolved. People will look at them as an insect, but I looked at them as higher vibrational astral sentinel beings.
Well, I don't know. I think that's all the questions for tonight. We're down to 2
Okay.
people on the stage. So I think we've
How
done
long
3
have
hours.
3
3
hours?
hours?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
I don't want you to get too big of a sunburn on your head.
I don't have too much protection up here,
Yeah.
right? It's exposed to the elements. Well, yeah,
Paul says I agree with what you just said. Yes, I agree. About bees.
Yeah, I like bees also, right? One time there was like a bunch of bees that found a home inside the wall in my house, and I just went
Oh, wow.
in between the swarm, right? Like I wasn't scared of getting bit. I vibrated Om, and they kind of circled around me, but they didn't bite me, which I thought was cool too. So
Oh.
I went in the middle of the swarm and vibrated Om, and they vibrated their bee message, and we enjoyed each other's energy, which was cool.
Ooh, I like that story. Ooh. Nice. Yeah, without bees, I don't know, we wouldn't have food. Bees are very important. We need them
Yeah,
to
definitely.
pollinate. So, yeah. Well, this has been a great satsang, great birthday. If you want to make a great birthday, please subscribe. That will make the best birthday ever. Please subscribe.
Please join our Kriya Yoga School Masterclass family. Right there. Start your free trial. Sign up now. Free 7-day Kriya Yoga Masterclass trial. Go to kriyayogamasterclass.com. When you sign up, you'll click this button right here. Start your free trial. You'll receive a private one-on-one soul coaching call from me, VEDGURUDEV. Whatever problems you're going through, we'll work through it. 100% free. And also subscribe to our YouTube channel at VEDGURUDEV. We're getting so close to 1,000. We're almost there. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we do another live stream, another satsang, Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please join our satsang live stream every Wednesday. And also join our free Kriya Yoga School, freekriyayoga.com. And we'll see you there. So glad being here, and happy birthday, Veronica. It's been a beautiful birthday. So
I feel
happy
the love.
birthday to you. Sending love, transmuting love to you wholeheartedly on your birthday.
Thank you. Sandy Nicole says, thank you, VEDGURUDEV and Veronica. Good night. Oh, mwah.
Good night, all. Thank you, Sandy, for joining us, as always.
Oh, and Mariana, I wish we could meet in person and do the practice together, meditate together, go to the mountains together. I miss you guys. Have a good night and have a great afternoon, VEDGURUDEV.
Yeah, you have a great night, Mariana, and we're working on something. Hopefully, maybe in October, I will come visit the United States and we could all have a satsang live and in person, and we can go to Yogananda's SRF Lake Shrine, which is in Los Angeles, California, Malibu. So that would be a beautiful thing. We're putting it out in the universe right now. Babaji, if you have your ears opening, clear the path. We're coming home.
Yeah, and that'll be around your birthday, and that will be the best birthday present ever if we can manifest that.
Would be an outstanding birthday.
Yes. Well, do you want to keep with the tradition and we both do Babaji's phone number and then the peace mantra before we
Shanti mantra. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll explain it first. So who's ever watching this now or later out there, if you are going through something, I will give you mantra diksha for Babaji's direct phone number. And Babaji's direct phone number is Om Kriya Babaji Nama Om. And now Veronica will say it right now so beautifully.
Okay. Om Kriya Babaji Nama Om.
And now I will say it as best as I can. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. And lastly, me and Veronica will sing the Shanti Universal Peace Mantra, sending peace and love to all people watching this live stream and all around the world.
Om Shanti 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 Shalom. Om Sat Nam Sadhu Tao Om Spirit Swami Kami Amen Amen Omen Selah Home. Om
Om Shanti 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 Shalom. Sat Nam Sadhu Tao Om Spirit Swami Kami Amen Amen Omen Selah Home. Are you feeling spiritually lost, like you've tried everything, YouTube videos, online courses, even meditation apps, but still something is missing? Wondering, is this all there is? The world is loud and chaotic, and your soul is overwhelmed, craving inner peace, but you can't find your way back to yourself. This is exactly why I created the Kriya Yoga Masterclass and my proven soul coaching system to help people just like you. This isn't a video you watch and forget. It's a daily spiritual lifeline that brings you back to your soul. So if you're done feeling lost and you're ready to start transforming, then come join us. This is more than a course. This is your lifeline. Go to kriyayogamasterclass.com right now to unlock your free 7-day Kriya Yoga Masterclass trial. Plus, when you sign up, you'll receive 100% free private one-on-one soul coaching call with me, VEDGURUDEV. In that call, I will personally help you overcome whatever's holding you back and guide you into the happiness you've always been searching for.
Kriya Babaji Namo. 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 Kriya Babaji Namo.
Cool.